Keta, Saboba FM Saboba, A1 Radio Bolgatanga, Get Radio TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up. Ghanaians expressed doubt about the ability of the Black Stars to end the country's 42-year-old AFCON Trophy drought after the senior national team lost to Cape Verde in their first Group B match.
Like as you know, Black Stars, they don't have anything good to offer the country. Just expecting a loss. They will lose.
No, they're not going to make any impact.
Details as Black Stars coach Chris Hutton expresses disappointment with the results. Also, government begins payment of outstanding debt in power sector and reaffirms his assurance that the recently witnessed power cuts is under control.
The obligation as of end November, which was due by end December, was 19.3 million, of which 15 has as of today been paid, leaving an outstanding of, I believe, 4 million.
In business,
International Monetary Fund reschedules board meeting on Ghana to this Friday as members push for more time to scrutinize country's documents. Details on the Joy Business Report.
And later, brother of late President Etta Mills warns Kokwa Nyido and cautions that the calls for autopsy results report that he said should be resurfaced should stay away from it. These are more coming up with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. Now, some Ghanaians are expressing doubt about the ability of the Black Stars to end the country's 42-year-old AFCON Trophy drought after the senior national team lost to Cape Verde in the first Group B match on Sunday. Many of the fans who trooped to a viewing centre at Osu were optimistic that the Black Stars would win their first match and bolster their chances of lifting the trophy, but they were left disappointed as Ghana lost by 2-1 goal margin. Maxwell Agbawa was there and now reports.
The excitement at the Sierra viewing centre at Osu before the match.
Sure, I want to win by 2 goals to 1.
For some of them, they were full of pessimism.
Like as you know, Black Stars, they don't have anything good to offer the country. Honestly, me personally, I'm just expecting a loss. They will lose.
Oh, wait, before I go. Are you Ghanaian?
I'm a Ghanaian, fully Ghanaian.
We are Ghanaian.
Me a Ghanaian, I'll be Ghanaian.
Cape Verde drew first blood in the 17th minute. The crowd was raptured into a state of excitement when Ghana equalized in the 56th minute through a goal by Alexander Jiku. But Cape Verde scored again in the 92nd minute, making it 2-1 against Ghana. The game ended and the blame game started.
So disappointed. It's very disgraceful. Playing against Cape Verde, your first match, and losing this horrible lose is so bad.
They just pick up the players from anywhere they find them play football and they bring them in to come and play. No, they're not going to make any impact. They're not going to make any impact.
Go carry that one guy come. One guy was such a
Who is the technical advisor of this Black Star team?
Akufuado.
That's my question.
It's Akufuado.
Who is the technical advisor of this team?
Oh, they actually did well, but then I actually expected more from them, but I was quite disappointed.
Well, you heard that, but the Black Stars coach himself, Chris Hutton, says the entire team is disappointed with the results of the match.
We are hugely disappointed with the result, and I know this group of players also know how our public, the Ghanaian people, see this game, see this tournament, and our expectations going into this one. And it's one that says it's a defeat that we're hugely disappointed with.
You heard Black Stars coach Chris Hutton. Now, information available to Joy News indicates that security has been intensified on Ghana's border with Cote d'Ivoire following intelligence about a planned terrorist attack during the Africa Cup of Nations. The security alert states that the terrorist group intends to infiltrate Cote d'Ivoire through Ghana's borders and disguise themselves as football supporters by wearing replica jerseys of the Burkinabe national team. Prime targets of these potential attacks include shopping centers, nightclubs, hotels, hotels, restaurants, among other crowded places. My colleague Muftal Nabila is in Cote d'Ivoire and has details of the increased security on Ghana's western borders.
On our way here to Abidjan for the African Cup of Nations, security, especially along the Elugu border, was quite tight, where security actually told us that they were not going to allow us to move alone until we had police escort. So along the line, the police escort came, and when we were on our way, we got to a point, and they even beefed up more security. The police escort was increased to 2 cars. We had soldiers also join us on the road.
Muftal Nabila there in Ivory Coast. Now, well, it's not all gloom, at least not for the multimedia group, as Joy Sports editor Gary L. Smith is named Journalist of the Year at the 48th Sport Writers Association of Ghana SWAG, now held at the weekend at the Accra International Conference Centre. The SWAG Awards is the longest-running professional award scheme in Ghana's history, having been first held in 1975. Listen to Gary after he was presented with the award.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner for the SWAG Journalist of the Year, Gary L. Smith.
SWAG commends Gary L. Smith for his commitment to excellence and his invaluable contributions to the world of sports journalism.
I'd like to thank God for life, for strength. 13 months ago, I had a serious issue in Qatar where you might have been marking 1 year of my death by now. As I collapsed at the World Cup and I was in the ICU for 12 days. But God is good, He's been faithful, and here we are. So thank you to God first of all. And then to my family.
Congratulations, Gary, from us here at the Multimedia Group. Now, government has initiated the process of settling the outstanding debt of $19.3 million owed to independent power producers in the energy sector, with $15 million already paid. This development follows concerns about intermittent power cuts in parts of the country, raising fears of a potential doomsday. Executive Director of the African Center for Energy Policy, Ben Boachi, has urged government to consider implementing load-shedding measures to safeguard power plants.
They couldn't go to the shadow maintenance because we're just doing the politics with it. Right? And it's the same thing we are doing today. Right? What we are supposed to do is to make sure that plants go on the shadow maintenance, they are working as they should, and we are not stressing them. If you have to shed the load. Don't keep plant working more than it's supposed to deliver.
Well, Deputy Energy Minister Andre Japamesa says government has begun clearing the debt owed the independent power producers.
In total, some 15 million has been paid. And as far as I know, the December bill is not due yet. Okay, and so that cannot be factored as part of the obligation. The obligation as of end November, which was due by end December, was 19.3 million, of which 15 has, as of today, been paid, leaving an outstanding of, I believe, 4 million, which we are working to pay sometime next week, because there's been email correspondence with respect to how we pay that money.
Away from that, a member of staff at the office of the Vice President who died in a road crash over the weekend, Mumuni Husseini, has been buried according to Islamic traditions. Mumuni died on Saturday on the Accra-Kumasi highway from an accident involving a vehicle in the Second Lady's convoy. Samira Balmia escaped unhurt. In a post on Facebook, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Balmia, said Husseini was a hardworking member of the Closed Protection Unit at his office. Now, the brother of the late President John Evans Atta Mills is asking his former aide and president of the Atta Mills Institute, Koko Anyido, to back off from exploiting emotions following his demand for the late president's autopsy report. Samuel Atta Mills acknowledges the report's public availability and questions the insistence by Koko Anyido during a meeting with the Duma clan of Akumfi President Akufo-Addo at the Jubilee House.
The autopsy report, is there a reason for it?
One of the siblings, the MP for KE, Samuel Atta Mills, said that he was given an autopsy report. And so if he has the autopsy report for us to see, that's
the official documentation.
Yeah, public record.
It should be part of the public record. Yeah. We'll have to find out how to proceed on that.
However, Samuel Atta Mills, the late president's brother, is warning Koko Anyido to back off that request.
NPP and Koko Anyido, if you don't have anything to campaign on, please leave the peaceful professor to rest in peace. Anybody with average intelligence knows that you cannot bury a president without an autopsy report.
And that's how we end the bulletin. In our top story, Ghanaians expressed doubt about the ability of the Black Stars to end the country's 42-year-old AFCON trophy drought after the senior national team lost to Cape Verde in the first Group B match. I am Amir Sinyamisha Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
The boys are lined up looking for an opening. They are charging forward from our three. Kuku has his eye on the cashier, but Yao gets there first. He taps, and he scores!
Win your ticket to glory with the ABSA Card Assist. Tap to pay with your ABSA debit or credit card, and you could win an unforgettable Premier League experience in the UK or any of over 50 consolation prizes such as home appliances and shopping vouchers. It's time to tap and tap your way to the Premier League with your ABSA card. ABSA, the official banking partner of the Premier League. Terms and conditions apply.
Be part of the moments to remember with AFCON 2023 on DSTV. Experience Africa's biggest football tournament with all 52 thrilling games live and in HD the way you like it. Enjoy expert commentary that will blow your mind. It's a gorgeous finish. Super goal. And the finest analysis to keep you in the game. Live your pride, passion and love for Africa's beautiful game from the 13th of Jan to the 11th of Feb on Supersport or anywhere on DSTV Stream.
Imagine this. Your employees spend 1/3 of their lives at work. That's 13,000 days or 110,000 hours dedicated to their jobs. At Old Mutual, we don't just see the numbers, we see the faces and the dreams behind them. With our tailored group life insurance and pension plans, you can provide your employees with employee benefit schemes that gives them peace of mind for their futures and for their families. Make the choice that shows your commitment to your employees today. Call 0509 551 609 or email corporate services at oldmutual.com.gh. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex Tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex Tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex Tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Syntex Tank. Syntex Tank, stress-free. Syntex Tank, reliable. Syntex Tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Welcome to a thrilling season of football live on Star Times. The best of Africa will converge in Ivory Coast from the 13th of January.
Witness the most anticipated tournament in African football, where Ghana could end a 42-year trophy drought, and Egypt with an 80% chance of winning their 8th AFCON title. The Teranga Lions of Senegal look like defending their title. The AFCON is here with all 52 matches delivered in stunning HD on Star Times. It's an incredible new year. Upgrade to the Star Times Mega Bouquet for only 180 Ghana cedis.
Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
The wait is over! It's the Clash of Titans! The Total Energies African Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is here! And as part of this year's competition, all Total Energy service stations will go into 100% football mode. So drive to selected service stations and kickstart your year with lots of amazing giveaways. This is our way of supporting our gallant Black Stars. So starting Sunday 14th January, when you buy fuel or lubricants from selected Total Energy service stations on Ghana match days, you instantly win amazing branded souvenirs. Let's celebrate the passion of football together and win lots of gifts during the 2023 Total Energies African Cup of Nations. Remember, promo is valid while stocks last. Visit our social media pages Total Energies GH for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Let's live football together.
Hey.
Kojo. Are you okay?
So, let me read a tweet to you. Okay.
Sure.
This was posted by sports journalist Sadiq Adams, who happens to be in Ivory Coast, for the tournament.
Okay.
So he posted this on X. How long ago? 6 hours ago. One member of the Ghanaian supporters in Abidjan has been arrested for an attack on coach Chris Hutton at the team's hotel. It took the intervention of some Ghanaian diplomats who were around to save the coach. The unidentified man has been handed to the Ivorian police.
Easy. Tells you how passionate people are about the Black Stars.
People ball.
People are so upset.
Come on.
Well, I've learned my lessons. So
which is what? Teach
so
us
I don't
all.
get emotionally attached to the Black Stars. I just watch and
Cape
okay.
Verde.
I mean, who would have thought? But I know that football has, transformed over the years. But
No. Cape Verde. Let's
team
be
is a
real.
sport team, right?
Let's be real. Cape Verde versus Ghana. And that was the scoreline.
Well, I guess the question we should ask if we really have a team. Do we really have a team?
I think we should ask, do we have a coach?
All right.
Yeah, that's another question. Because we may have a team. But do we have a
some
coach?
of the finest players from across the world. Who play around the world. But it's difficult.
It's heartbreaking is what it is. It's hard. Anyway, but look, as always, it's important to have conversations that actually point to the problem so that a solution can be found. Because wait, dear, we no go give this disappointment in 2024.
Perhaps it's also a case of a slow start. Maybe next game they change it up and then.
Are you not the one who said you have learnt your lesson?
I'm just giving us hope. I'm just giving us hope for the coming days.
Please. We don't want hope. Yeah, we want goals. I've even lost my voice yesterday. Okay, the 6 a.m. news.
People's Monday morning messed up already. They're going to work disappointed.
Something amazing will have to happen to claw back my good mood. Like something amazing must happen. Like someone must come and dash me a new TV. I smashed my TV over the weekend.
Oh, you did?
Not because of the Black Stars.
Oh, something
by accident, actually. The guy fixing the AC knocked it over.
Oh, too bad.
I don't have TV in my house. I'm a very sad
Someone
boy.
come to Kojo's rescue.
And the Black Stars also disappointed me. And I lost my voice. So anything above 55 inches, will be welcome. All right. The 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. For the Joy Business Report, well, we're excited and grateful to Glyco Life Travel Insurance, Glyco, we cushion you for life, and Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, International Monetary Fund reschedules board meeting on Ghana to this Friday, January 19, as board members push for more time to scrutinize Ghana's documents. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta describes debt restructuring deal with external creditors as major turning point for the economy. Also coming up, Treasury bills auction oversubscribed by a whopping 46.7%, following a further decline in inflation and debt restructuring agreement between Ghana and its bilateral creditors. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwal. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening on KTU Radio in Koforidua. First up, the International Monetary Fund has rescheduled its board meeting on Ghana to this Friday, January 19. But what has resulted in the fund taking this decision, despite the country reaching a deal with its external creditors? Here's George Yaffe with some answers.
The executive board of the IMF should have met this Thursday, January 18, 2024. However, Joy Business is learning that some of the executive board members have made a case for the meeting to be pushed a day forward. This is to give them more time to review Ghana's documents submitted by the IMF staff. Therefore, the change in date has nothing to do with Ghana not meeting the conditions for the board to meet on its program or concerns about the deal reached with its creditors. We also understand that the executive board members need at least 3 days to review the country's documents, and since Monday is a holiday in USA, the pushback was necessary. This is because the holiday would mean that the mandatory 3 days will be cut by a day. Sources close to the fund have told Joy Business that everything is in place for the executive board to meet and carry out Ghana's first review under the fund program this Friday. This should mean that by next Wednesday, about $600 million should hit Bank of Ghana's account. That is, if the country is able to pass this first review by the IMF on how it has fared under the fund program.
George Yaffe starting us off with that report, while Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has described the deal reached with external creditors as a major turning point for the economy. Speaking on PM Express Business Edition, which will air this Thursday, Mr. Ofori-Atta said this deal will help fast-track the process of reducing Ghana's debt to sustainable levels.
Expecting that we will all negotiate in good faith, looking at the country coming back quicker than later. So it's a good time, it's historic, and we need to acknowledge that ours then, as a government, Ministry of Finance, is to work in good faith with these investors.
You tried to explain to me that yes, the negotiations hasn't ended, even though there's been some preliminary deal reached with them. It means that you could still continue engaging them and maybe pushing further?
With regards to the OCC? Oh, definitely, because the memorandum of understanding has to be signed. And that then will encapsulate, issues that we need to think a bit more.
You had the Finance Minister there, Ken Ofori-Atta, speaking on PM Express Business Edition, which will air this Thursday on the Joy News channel at 9 p.m. Now, in a related development, the business community in Ghana is hopeful of a rebound in investor confidence in the coming days following the announcement by government that it has secured a deal with external creditors on restructuring the country's debt. This is expected to pave way for the disbursement of the second tranche of the $600 million International Monetary Fund bailout package. Reacting to this, President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Joseph Obeng, said the deal will send a good signal to the investor community.
Every economy needs some confidence. And so all that this is bringing to bear is the confidence in the economy. And now that it has started whipping up some interest by our counterparts, now that we are telling them the good stories that inflation is coming down, the economy or the currency have stabilized and all that. When this one comes and then we also manage things well, then of course the investor community or the partners that you call our partners will even have a further confidence in coming over to help us develop this country.
You heard President of GUTA there, Joseph Obeng. Now, following a further decline in headline inflation, interest rates eased again as Treasury bills were oversubscribed by a whopping 46.7%. That's according to the latest auction results by the Bank of Ghana. The results showed the demand for the short-term instruments surged following an agreement between the country and its bilateral creditors on the restructuring of external debt. Here's more.
Interest rates have been falling since the last week of December 2023. It dropped further in the last T-bills auction last Friday due to a signal of an expected improved economic environment going forward. The 91-day bill went down to 29.03% from the previous 29.19%. The 182-day bill also declined by 23 basis points to 31.51%. For the 364-day bill, it also fell to 32.08% from 32.34% the preceding week. Meanwhile, the government recorded a whopping 46.7% oversubscription of the short-term instrument to the tune of 3.86 billion cedis. 73.4% of the bids came from the 3-month bill, in which all were accepted. About 840.48 million cedis were bids tendered. The uptake was 839.32 million cedis. For the 1-year bill, all the 185.04 million cedis bids were accepted.
You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, Executive Director of the African Center for Energy Policy, ASAP, Ben Bachi, has described the introduction of the value-added tax on electricity consumers above lifeline consumption as inappropriate and counterproductive. Mr. Bachi is of the view that the tax may rather encourage few law-abiding citizens who pay electricity bills to begin finding alternative measures to avoid the tax. He argues that it would rather be prudent for the government and the Electricity Company of Ghana to work on reducing inefficiencies that lead to power losses in the distribution channel due to theft.
I don't have a problem with VAT on electricity, but you have to analyze it from a systems perspective and where we are. And I think it is not the right time to do that because we have a problem where people are stealing power. We don't have a solution to it. And the more you increase the burden, the tendency for them to, more people to steal power is really high. All right, we don't have the systems to be able to address the leakages that are happening everywhere in the country. And just adding another layer of tax is not going to, I mean, government has been taking VAT from businesses. They hardly realize that money because once it gets into ECG's hands and, they can't collect much, they can't pay the IPPs, they can't pay transmission, they can't pay the state agencies like VRA and BUI.
Executive Director of ASAP, Ben Bachi there. Now, Minister of Information Kojo Ponkuma is asking young people to take new opportunities to complement government's efforts in creating jobs to facilitate economic growth. According to him, this would aid in the fight against unemployment. He was speaking at the unveiling of Concentrix and Web Help in Ghana.
I just want to encourage you, our colleagues, the young people who've had this brilliant opportunity. Consider yourselves as ambassadors for the millions of other young people who don't have this opportunity, and give it the best that you can so that people like Philip and his colleagues will have reason to create more floors to accommodate a lot more young people, so that many of your colleagues who don't have this opportunity will get that opportunity because of the great work that you are doing here.
You have the Minister of Information, Kojo Ponkuma. Concentrix Plus Web Help SI, a leading global provider of customer experience solutions and technology. Its operations in Ghana have contributed significantly to local employment, growing to over 500 dedicated team members within the first year. Now, the executive chairman of the First Sky Group, Eric Sedi Kutoche, has underscored his outfit's commitment to creating jobs for the youth with sustainable income. According to him, despite the economic challenges faced by most businesses in the year 2023, the group recorded unprecedented growth. First Sky Group operates in the aviation, construction, insurance, energy, and hospitality sectors. Speaking at the 21st anniversary and Thanksgiving service of the group, the executive chairman said his company will support the Ghanaian economy immensely.
Globally for business. The year 2023 was not favorable globally for business. Some business collapsed, others saw very minimal growth. But for the mercies of God, our business was sustained and we saw unprecedented growth. God is indeed a faithful God. One will observe that for us at the First Sky Group, the critical ingredient responsible for our existence and growth has been abundant grace and love of God.
You heard Eric Sedi Kutoche. He is executive chairman of the First Sky Group. Let's turn to the stock market this morning. The Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index lost 0.05% last week to record an annual return of negative 0.09%. Overall, weekly turnover totaled 13.6 million cedis across 23 counters. Let's now hear from Grace Munayan of Data Bank Research on how your investments will fare this week.
The trading week ended with the market indices closing lower following price declines in three counters. New Gold ended the week as the sole gainer, while Benso Oil Palm Plantation, Ecobank Ghana, and Calbank were the laggards. Accordingly, the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index shed 0.05% weekly to a year-to-date loss of 0.09%, while the Databank Stock Index lost 0.09% weekly to a year-to-date loss of 0.14%. Overall weekly turnover totaled 13.6 million Ghana cedis from the exchange of 17.4 million shares across 23 counters. MTN Ghana dominated trading activity, accounting for 57% of the market turnover. Based on the demand and supply dynamics on the market, we anticipate a price decline in Calban this week due to the excess supply of the company's shares. For Joy Business Reports, Grace Monanyun of Databank Research.
Thanks, Grace. On the commodity market this morning, crude oil opened trading at $78 a barrel. Gold went up by $4. It's selling this morning at $2,053 an ounce. Cocoa trading at $4,323 a ton after increasing by $49. On the currency market, the dollar going for 12 cedis 33 pesos, the pound going for 15 cedis 43 pesos, and the euro going for 13 cedis 35 pesos, all on the retail market. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues with Kojo Yankson, and I think that I don't know what song you're going to do, but this song comes to mind. Come on, Black Stars, Ghana. Black Stars, we go do. Black
sure?
Stars, do or die.
Do or what? Don't go and see so. Don't go and
hope is not lost.
Hold them to a promise they cannot keep.
Hope is not lost.
Please.
I mean, it's not the beginning that matters, it's the end that matters.
Look, one thing that is needed here is strength. That team needs strength, to come back from such a thrashing.
A poor start.
Yes. And we need strength to
continue to support them.
Oh, Charlie. And one of the very, very, very few words in Ghana that I have learned is Hewale.
Hewale.
Which means strength. So, you know what? Perez music. Hewale Lala.
You are aware that Raymond had ironed his Blasters jersey?
Oh, and you didn't wear it?
Oh, no.
Well,
No.
I still decided to wear
at some point. Perhaps I should have known that the whole nation has given up on the team. Because when I posted, I was expecting. I thought the match had been postponed or something. I was expecting more posts on social media, people rallying big time. Then when I did my post, I was not sure why others were not following suit. I thought that there was something wrong somewhere. So I checked the date again and still realized that still it's the same day. So why are the people now? Maybe they are busy doing some other thing.
So you thought people were not posting about Black Stars?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to check the trends on Twitter. Do you know the number 2 trend in Ghana?
No.
The word moi. Make of that what you will, but that is the word trending at number 2.
So,
no.
A part of me knew that we're not going to win.
We still
But a part of me also supported in fact, those who watched with me would tell you that once we started the game, I said, go for Beshayin. Because the first 5 minutes, the guys were playing. They were giving us pressure. You saw it.
That's true. Yeah.
And when they scored, they didn't relax. They were still pressuring us. Yeah. Until we got that goal that what's that guy? Is it Kronisdorfer or let me call him Yabua? Was interfering with play, so it was disallowed. VAR disallowed it. Then Jiku gives us the equalizer, and I'm thinking, okay, at least we can do something. We see, Semenyo trying to do a thing or two. Then in the 60th minute, the coach decides to make some substitutions.
Bring in Olu.
We're going to discuss that in detail later on the show. But I ask myself a very simple question. What did some of those players
Winston ask himself a simple question again?
Why? Look, Semenyo was doing well at least. Why don't you keep him? Let's say you want to even change him and bring Inaki Williams. Let's say you want to change a Kronisdorfer or Ransford Yeboah. If you change Ransford Yeboah, is it the day you bring to replace him? Let's get to our Drive Safe campaign. We'll come back. We'll talk about all these things.
I wish we didn't have to.
No, I liked Jordan's play. He did well on the day.
I'm sitting here very sad. I'm just thinking about the people who actually went to the stadium to go and watch this.
I'm told one of the supporters attacked Chris Hughton.
Yes. Oh, that's terrible, actually.
Very terrible.
Yes.
Anyway, let's get to our Drive Safe campaign brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. And our tip for today says, use headlights wisely. Knowing when to use your headlights, including fog lights and high beams, is another key part of being a defensive driver. In some countries, it's required to use your headlights at any time of the day when driving through tunnels in rain or through road construction areas. If in doubt, turn your headlights on ahead of time. Make sure not to use high beams unless you are a safe distance away from other vehicles to avoid blinding those drivers. And that's very, very important. So the high beams is what you call highlight. Highlight. And there are drivers who at night only use high beams. That's all they do.
I don't know if it's deliberately or some people really.
You flash your lights at them and they ignore you.
Yeah.
I've also realized, and this is another thing that our roadworthy process needs to check. Some people's regular beams are just not powerful enough. Okay. And of course, we don't have enough street lights. So people feel a bit insecure driving with their regular beams, and then they put on the high beams, and that causes problems for others. Okay, then.
Now, let's learn how to say it right, and it's brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
A friend of mine baked me a sugar-free cheesecake yesterday. It was so delicious, and I was so touched by her kindness. But when I thanked her and told her she was the best, her response was, "I've been saying the exact same thing for years." Yet, here I am this morning thanking her again for providing us with today's Say It Right. Exact same thing is a redundant phrase. The word exact doesn't add anything to the meaning of the expression. This type of redundancy is called a pleonasm. Let's not hold it against her, though. I guess it happens to the best of us. See what I did there? She really is the best, I've got to say. All right, let's see what the papers are saying. The news review is brought to us by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough. My Way, a simple life insurance by My Life and MTN Momo. Dial star 165 hash on MTN to join My Way today. And Enterprise Insurance, a Yafini Motor Insurance Promotion. Enterprise, your advantage.
So let me start with the Ghanaian Times, and I'll start from the back page because we are in, a football season. Elephants devour Guinea-Bissau in AFCON 2023 opener. So that was on Saturday. And Osimhen rescues point for Super Eagles against Equatorial Guinea. And so Nigeria drew 1-1 with Equatorial Guinea. Egypt also drew 2-2 with Mozambique. Now, they had to be saved by a penalty, which Mo Salah scored in the 97th minute.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Ghana, we could not do it against Cape Verde, which means we are bottom of our group with 0 points, minus 1 goals. Cape Verde is leading the group with 3 points. Egypt, Mozambique on a point each, and that makes our qualification to the next stage very difficult. But of course, it's also very easy. But knowing the Black Stars,
needless calculus.
No, but you see, knowing the Black Stars, you will talk about that later, because knowing the Black Stars against Egypt, we can beat Egypt.
Oh,
yes.
we'll win.
No, we can beat Egypt.
Oh.
With Ghana right now, don't be sure. Be cautiously optimistic, because you come back here. That's why I've stopped making predictions about Black Stars. Now, the front page says ECOWAS court slams member states for low-level implementation of judgments. Quick Credit disburses 1.7 billion Ghana cedis to support businesses. And we've initiated policies to reduce cost of business and promote investor confidence. That's according to President Akufo-Addo. So we're told that's supposed to be on page 13 of the Ghanaian Times newspaper, but I can't find that there. When I find it, I definitely will bring it to your attention. And Ni Dodu Clotte family of Pokwasi appoints new family head. That's it basically for the Ghanaian Times.
For the ECOWAS court's indication, the UK had to, for example, deliberately put in laws so that the EU court becomes a more superior court to the UK Supreme Court along the line. In fact, when it exited, they had to make some changes. For example, the Human Rights Act, they had to make changes to it so that it's no longer applicable as of the directions given from the EU end. We in the Republic and in the sub-region, if we really wanted, because of how we do our things, couldn't we have actually compelled, because it's of highest of states that agree to some of these things, that it should be inculcated in our laws so that the Supreme Court of Ghana may be Ghana's what they call highest court, but a court at the ECOWAS level will be superior to the Supreme Court of Ghana. I hope you get the point.
Yeah.
So that conversation doesn't come in that, the rule that we are refusing to implement it because it appears to be some form of a suggestion to us. And who as ECOWAS can compel us to actually implement some of these things? So perhaps we should look at it that way. Again, it's also the kind of people that we have in our countries and the kind of leaders that we have, that they agree to things and later on decide that they'll do as they wish anyway. Now, the Daily Graphics reporting this morning, restructuring external debt. 2 economists predict growth. Now, the government to restructure the country's 5.4 billion debt owed to external creditors will help to free up some resources for the government. You know that, I think before the weekend, the IMF boss also issued a 9 statement, and you heard in the business news this morning that on Friday we'll be having a conversation. The IMF will be meeting to finally fix 600 million debt. Yes, that's important because we needed $600 million at the last quarter of last year. Hopefully we get to the first quarter of this year. Now, Ekunfi Asaman Chidomhema demands Mills's autopsy report. Family direct Queen to AMA 37 military hospital for copies. So, and this woman met the president and with Koko Anyido, who's at Tamils Institute, and they made a request. The president was not sure why that had not been put on public record. Then Dr. Kadma Tamils, who's a brother to the late president, said any serious family member will know where to get a copy of the autopsy report. Nana Kwame Bediako unveils presidential bid and that's one of the biggest stories. Page 32 and 33 of the Daily Graphic has that story, and we are talking about the new force, the masked man, the cheddar.
Freedom Jacob Caesar.
Freedom Jacob. No, all of them have now been jettisoned for the official presidential name, Nana Kwame Bediako. Yes, yeah.
You know, in Ghana, when someone declares his intention to contest as president of the Republic of Ghana, you only take it seriously after the person has passed the EC processes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's good, yes, we're talking about it.
So many people express interest and drop up. Of course, I mean, some people get on the ballot, but still.
So let's wait and see. I mean, I'm sure by October I would know. But lots of people seem to be interested.
Because he says that the AC is still working on the formation of his political party. And if he intends using that vehicle to contest the election, that ought to be in place, really.
Oh, yeah. But I thought you said he wants to be an independent presidential candidate.
Oh, no.
No, he says he wants to set up a party.
Yes, and that the EC is working on the modalities. Well, 2023 district level elections, representation of women very, very low. That's the Electoral Commission. Now, that's also on the front page of the Daily Graphic here.
Well, let's get to the business. Financial Times, Quick Credit disburses 1.7 billion to customers in 2023. Decline in cashew quality pushes price down. Tighter policy rate to persist until inflation firmly anchors. So, inflation going down. There are many people who expected the policy rate to reduce, but we're told that, look, that's not going to happen.
Why? The central bank does not believe in the massive reduction from almost 54% at the end of somewhere in 2022 to the 23 or so percentage that we have now. Shouldn't that reflect massively in the, what they call it, interest rate too? Or prime rate does not have a correlation with.
It does.
Yes.
Well, they say that's actually what's led to where we are now.
Okay.
So if that's the case, and inflation now at 23%, then we should be thinking of reducing it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the natural way to go. But
ceteris paribus.
Yeah, all things being equal, and all things are never equal in this part of our world. So there's a school of thought that actually argues that, well, let's be sure. But this is the other point. Because of...
as in the central bank is playing wait and see.
No, because of global developments. Now we've seen oil prices going up. And there's a fear it may go up further. So if that's the case, you don't want to reduce policy rate because you'd have to now adopt a wait and see attitude. You get what I mean?
Okay.
That's it basically for us. And that's why we're adopting wait and see. Ghana to lose 90 million euros per annum to EU ETS shipping carbon tax. And if AI holds the answers, there's a feature here, CEOs asking the right strategic questions. Of course, Backpage, NMC, GDNA forged partnership to repatriate Ghanaian nursing talent, and locally owned company acquires Dimension Data. That's it for the Business and Financial Times.
Maybe the Daily Guide is the last paper I have now. Obo pushes for Asante Atim South NPP slot. So Obo for NPP slot, your friend at the NEIP for the central one. Then there is also Apia Kubi for the north one.
The north one, yeah.
It's interesting. Asante Atim will have very interesting candidates there anyway. Well, that's. But
Obo was in 2020.
Yeah.
He thought he had won when the results started coming, and then
the jubilation started.
They powdered him prematurely.
And only to realize that, Jack,
anyway,
if he's lucky this time when he can win.
He will make it right. Yeah. Okay, now Integrated Business Establishment Survey launch. That's from the Ghana Statistical Service. Of course, this is to make sure that we know the details. How many proper jobs do you have in this country? How many businesses have created jobs? What's happening to businesses in the last few years? Remember, we've seen previous reports before. Right.
And you see, I've been telling you about the Ghana Statistical Service and Professor Kwabena Enim.
Yeah.
I just love that man and how he works. Because of him today, we have data.
Yes.
Now you don't have problem. You cannot say that there's no data. The only problem now is that even though there is data, a lot of our decision making is not backed by data.
Yeah. Thank you.
Far from it.
And you see, the man is doing everything he can to help this government, okay, or any government, right? He's doing everything to give them what they need. But the government is just demonstrating to us that they don't need it. You see, and you notice that the things that he launches, what's it called? what's he just done?
The Integrated Business Establishment Survey, yeah.
He launches surveys into their current issues.
Yeah.
Right? He looks at what is currently a problem. Then he will launch a survey to get us data to help us solve that current problem. But the government is not interested. They are not interested in solving your problem.
2 years ago, I was speaking to the education minister, and he was talking about schools and where they have been situated. And I asked whether the situation was anything to do with the reports that the statistical survey had released about how far people are from schools and also hospitals on the other side. Yeah. Also, he had not seen that report, but hopefully, he will contact them to get a copy of that. But we had made a decision to sit with some of the schools. Anyway,
it's crazy. Anyway, let's do the online review. It's brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy.
So people of Agbogba, Denta, Oyarefa, Hatronets and Varons, we've got great news for you. Your customer-focused bank, Zenith Bank, now has a branch in Medina. Yes, it's a new year and we've brought our banking services closer to you. Visit Zenith Bank's Medina branch at Claydot Plaza, Redco Flat Bus Stop on the Medina Denta Road. No long-distance banking wahala. We've got you. It's a year of strengthening bonds with communities and drawing closer to you. We look forward to welcoming you to Zenith Bank's Medina branch. Exceptional service awaits you. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Now, what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just stop up anywhere? Don't you do that. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part of it. Gold Super XP 95 and Diesel XP are the very best quality fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Gold Super XP 95 is a high-grade fuel, sold at the same price as the normal fuel. Gold Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle with over 440 stations across the nation. Join the family that rewards you with the quality and for an energized driving experience. Goal, Good Energy. Goal, Janaya Dim.
Okay then. AFCON 2023, Cape Verde stunned Ghana to go top of Group B is the big story there. But there are others. You can read about Asensu Boache was not involved in supposed sale of government property. Works and Housing Ministry clarifies. This is, I suppose, in response to some allegations made by, I think, Kennedy Ajapong during the campaign in Bantama. NPP primaries, Katie Hammond extends petition to NEC seeking Sami Binfo's disqualification. He's bent on getting some people disqualified in his constituency. And there is more on the Asensu Boache situation on citynewsroom.com. And I pity Ghana's next president. Franklin Kujo is the one saying that. And on CNN this morning, the latest on Israel's war in Gaza. Surprise, surprise. Okay, I guess we can go for the BBC News now. Yep. It's brought to us by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Hello, Ghana. I've got great news for you. After 26 years of academic excellence globally, Botha University is now in Ghana, offering degree programs in health information management, cybersecurity and risk management, software engineering, network security, and computer forensics. Admissions are ongoing for January 2024 with up to 50% scholarship for the first 150 students. We offer flexible payment terms, internship opportunities, and experiential exchange programs with our sister campuses. business. Pick up your admission form today at our East Legon campus near ANC Mall or call 0302-523-782 or WhatsApp 020-990-4714 for more information. Both the university, vibrance, innovation, impact.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Good energy.
Hello? Yeah, Kofi. Charlie, we spoke about going to Imperial for our motor insurance today.
Share. Are you the one to remind me? I am at Imperial already.
What?
I told you about their motor insurance promo, right?
Yeah.
This time it is reloaded, my brother.
Wow.
Imperial General is saying, come insure with them from now till the end of April and get yourself handsome rewards. Fuel coupons, special souvenirs, gift vouchers, and many, many more. And here's the catch. During this reward period, your motor insurance policy will give you an automatic 1-year life insurance cover, my brother. And now you can also get brand new tires and other car accessories as well. It is really reloaded. Everybody qualifies. Just insure your car and you are done.
Hey, Charlie, I hear I can even do it online and still get my reward.
Oh yes, don't slow. Talk to your broker, agent, or call us on 0577-667-436 for further details. You can also follow us on all our socials. T's and C's apply. Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of a Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
It's not my time to leave, but they want me to die. They don't want me alive, yeah, they want me to go. Trying to survive through the evil lies. They don't wanna leave me alone. Trying to get me to believe I don't deserve my life. I used to be shocked, but these days I don't. It's been a couple years, so I don't be surprised. I'm not a baby anymore. Whole lot of superstitions about the guy. Said I'm working with the devil and I've been doing a whole lot of sacrifices and things on my shoulders. But I say nah, that was heaven knows. Yes, it's easy on the Zaza, we need you alive. Keep it going the higher, we praying for you. You a superstar, now don't be on the road. And so mean I'm hot, with my best and I'm gold. January 9, 2002. They born a little man with too much on my shoulders. I'm not complaining, there's a lot on my shoulders. But I tell you I'm alright. January 9, 2002. They born a little man with.
Hello and welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service. I'm James Copnell in Ivory Coast. Sana Safi is in London.
Dramatic scenes in the Icelandic town of Grandivik with renewed volcanic eruptions sending lava flowing into the streets.
I'm in Ivory Coast for the Africa Cup of Nations. This billion-dollar tournament has got underway with some dramatic results. A disappointing draw for Nigeria against Equatorial Guinea. We'll discuss the impact on the country and on Ivorians.
Sunday marked 100 days since Hamas launched a massive attack on Israel, killing an estimated 1,200 people. It also signaled the start of a military campaign in Gaza as Israel targeted Hamas with devastating consequences.
We'll look at events in Taiwan following the elections too. First though, the world news.
Hello, I'm Neil Nunes with the BBC News. Guatemala's President Bernardo Arévalo has been sworn in after many hours of delay caused by wrangling among opposition lawmakers in Congress.
En nombre del Congreso de la República y del pueblo de Guatemala aquí representado, queda usted legal, legítima y solemnemente en posesión del cargo de Presidente de la República de Guatemala para el periodo constitucional 2024-2028.
Earlier, his supporters converged on the chamber, accusing delegates of a last-ditch attempt to keep him out of office. Mr. Arévalo, who stood on a strong anti-graft message, has faced numerous legal challenges to his overwhelming election win in August. He's described those as a coup attempt by vested interests. His supporters, many of them poor and indigenous, have staged weeks of rallies to see the result through to his investiture. Taiwan's incoming President William Lai has told a visiting American delegation that he hopes Washington will continue to support his island. The delegation is led by the former U.S. National Security Advisor Stephen Hadley. Mr. Lai expressed gratitude for the U.S. support.
We are thankful to the United States for its long-term support of Taiwan. I believe our relationship will advance in a stable direction through our continuous hard work and become an important force to safeguard the peace and prosperity of the Indo-Pacific.
Donald Trump has urged his supporters in Iowa to brave frigid winter weather and vote for him to receive the Republican presidential nomination in the caucuses in the U.S. state. We get more now from Nomia Iqbal.
If there's anything that gets people really talking other than politics, it's probably the weather.
So brave the weather and go out and save America.
Every presidential cycle, the quiet Midwestern state of Iowa gets swamped by politicians. Iowa fires the starting gun. It's the first US state that gets to pick its party nominees for president. The Democrats have changed their schedule, so it's all eyes on the Republicans. And polls suggest Donald Trump dominates despite his legal problems. And so much of the battle here is who can take him on.
Hamas has said it'll reveal today what's happened to 3 Israeli hostages shown in a video pleading for a ceasefire in Gaza to bring them home. The 3 were among those taken during the October the 7th attacks. It's not clear when the video was filmed. Hamas had earlier said the fate of many hostages was unknown. Following weeks of Israeli bombardment, Israel's described such videos as psychological warfare. This is the World News from the BBC. The authorities in France say they rescued more than 180 migrants who had got into difficulty in the Channel at the weekend while trying to sail to Britain. They said that others refused assistance. On Sunday, 5 migrants drowned off a beach near Boulogne while trying to reach Britain in a small boat. A jailed Nicaraguan bishop, Rolando Alvarez, a prominent critic of the authoritarian President Ortega, has been exiled to the Vatican alongside 18 other Roman Catholic clergy. The Vatican is taking in all the expelled clerics. Charles Haviland has more.
Since a wave of anti-government protests in 2018, relations between the Church and the Ortega regime have plummeted. The Church spoke out against the suppression of the demonstrations. Since then, opposition sources say nearly 200 priests and nuns have been expelled or excluded from Nicaragua. Among this latest batch sent to the Vatican is the dissident bishop Rolando Alvarez. 11 months ago, he was convicted of treason and given a 26-year jail sentence after refusing to be exiled with political prisoners.
The former chairman of the Chinese state-owned bank, the Everbright Group, has been arrested on suspicion of corruption and bribery. Prosecutors said the National Corruption Authority had concluded its investigation into Tang Shouning. Mr. Tang is the latest member of the Chinese financial elite to be targeted in an ever-widening corruption probe. He had been expelled from the Communist Party earlier this month for coveting pleasures. Vietnam's leader Nguyen Phuong Trong has attended a session of the National Assembly after his 3-week absence from public events prompted speculation about his health. The 79-year-old head of the Communist Party has been Vietnam's most powerful man since 2011. State media on Monday gave unusual prominence to Mr. Chong's presence. BBC News.
Introducing Ceres Nectar, the essence of deliciousness. Ceres Nectar comes in 5 irresistible flavors. Multi-fruit fusion for a burst of deliciousness. Tropical blast for a taste of the exotic. Caribbean crush to whisk you away to sandy shores. Mango orange twist for a tropical twist, or the refreshing orange. Get your Ceres Nectar today in most supermarkets and wholesale outlets. This advert is FDA approved.
It's a century of safeguarding dreams with Enterprise Insurance. In the spirit of our 100th anniversary, Enterprise Insurance revs it up with Yafinia Motor Promotion. One lucky winner will cruise around in a sleek brand new Nissan Kicks SUV. First and second runner-ups will jet off to Dubai for an all-expense paid escape. Renew or get your vehicle insurance between January and June 2024 and win free fuel coupons. Monthly raffle draws give you cool gadgets like laptops, Samsung phones, microwaves, gas cooker, tabletop fridge, and many more. Enterprise Insurance Yafinia Motor Promotion is on at all our branches. Call your broker or agent to buy or renew your motor insurance and make history with Ghana's oldest insurance company. Truly trusted. That's the Enterprise Advantage. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Enterprise, your advantage.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally.
Hi, my name is Stephen Appiah, the team coordinator of the Black Stars. I always like to keep hydrated naturally, every day, any day. S Natural Mineral Water does the trick.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advertisement is vetted and approved by the FDA.
He's up bright and early, serving your premium morning radio show. The Morning Man. It's the Morning Man, Kojo Jackson.
Nana.
Oh, okay.
Yes, from King Promise, brand new.
That's the Nana. I thought I heard Nana.
Nana
Nana Akufo-Addo. Please. Spare Nana Akufo-Addo.
This is a nice song. Don't start.
No, because I thought that's what I heard. And it sounded very good to my ears.
Keep quiet. Listen.
I still insist
that
I hear Nana. It is the details that actually bears me out. Listen keenly. He says, how many songs were inspired by you? Na, oh yeah, we know. There are 2 more MPP songs, right? There are 2 more very powerful songs. Listen, the inspiration that Nana the Dankwa
inspired by.
I like the song, but I mean, yes, he made it popular. Many people got onto the song, and it was also inspired by the executive president of the Republic of Ghana. Then the second one, which has nothing to do with the president, they said, how many tears were inspired by me? Not Nana. I see the singer. Opposite the songs that were inspired by. Then the third one, you had so many reasons to leave, but you stayed. The executive president of this country had so many reasons to leave. He has fought COVID. He has fought so many other difficulties. In fact, he's one of the most resilient presidents in our history. He moved us through COVID with excellence. That is the kind of man who has reasons to leave, and yet he stayed. This song is about the president. Mischief
detected and ignored.
So there were reasons for him to leave.
Yes, and he stayed for the good of this country.
Listen, the guy says songs inspired by you.
Yes.
We have seen Kwame Eugene's Monica. He said he was an Instagram fan who was always sending pictures. And he says, come home. Don't send a picture.
Yeah.
Come home. So this man says, Nana, you've inspired lots of songs. Okay. But then 2, he says he may have done a lot of things wrong. That could have led to her leaving. But she still stayed.
Yes.
So this is someone singing and appreciating his love.
I am so surprised that people are explaining this
to
each other.
No. Let's get this straight.
The guy has written the title of the song here. N-A-A-N-A. Nana. Everything you are saying.
Maybe he wants to pronounce as Nana.
Side issue.
Yes. Nana.
Anyway,
our president was called Nana.
Not my Raymond.
Nana. But see, one more point though. Let's get this clarified.
You people are still making points.
There are sometimes musicians, they use wonderful literature things in their songs, right? One of them includes having to say something which has a latent and manifest meaning. The manifest meaning is what you just gave eloquently. I am positing, I am presenting a contrary view and a more deeper, in this particular instance, the latent meaning, which is what I've just explained.
Mischief detected and ignored.
Kojo,
let's talk about the blasters.
You review the literature properly.
The title of the song is Nana. The End.
In 2025, we will sing the song for the president. Yes, but we know prophets are not accepted or recognized in their hometown. We'll sing the song for the executive president of this republic.
So let's talk
Good
about
morning.
It's okay. It will be recognized in France.
Let's talk about the Black Stars.
And which is exactly what we are
I was avoiding that.
Super Morning Show.
Today we are going to give people a chance.
We are going to talk about the Black Stars. It's all coming up.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning.
And the Office of the Registrar of Companies has introduced premium services in response to clients' requests for fast-track services. Now, the Prestige Center offers a bouquet of services, including registration of business names, so proprietorships, companies, professional bodies, updating of businesses from the historical database dubbed, re-registration, filing of annual returns, and renewal of businesses, with the delivery of certificates and profiles in 24 hours. Come and experience a premium class service. Visit the ORC office located at the Registrar General's Department, Accra. Call our hotline 0302 666 081 or 0302 664 79123. For further information, you can WhatsApp or Telegram us on 055 765 3130. Join us on our social media handles at ORC Ghana. ORC, a trusted partner for business. Now it's the Imperial Insure and Win promo reloaded. Insure a vehicle with Imperial General Insurance from now to the end of April and get yourself handsome rewards, fuel coupons, special souvenirs, gift vouchers, and many more. And here's the catch. During this reward period, your motor insurance policy will give you an automatic 1-year life insurance cover. That's a double reloaded, right? And you could also get brand new car tires and also other accessories as well. It is really reloaded. Everybody qualifies. Just come insure your car and you're done. Call us today on 0577667436 or talk to your broker or any of our agents across the country for further details. You can also follow us on all our social media handles. Terms and conditions apply. Imperial General Insurance, solid protection.
All right, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited reminds you all to go check out kingdomstoreonline.com. Buy your best quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture, as well as stationery from there, and then just pay via Momo across all networks and wait patiently for your delivery at your home or office in very good time. If you're in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery as well. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
So start the new year with easy and secure movement with SG Ghana. Get insured and receive free fuel for your car. Buy or renew your Sound Drive insurance with SG Ghana from now till the 31st of March and get free fuel of up to 500 Ghana cedis for your trips. It's time to hit the road with reliable insurance and free fuel. Visit any SG Ghana branch today and get the cover you need for your car plus free fuel to take you places. Terms and conditions apply. SG Ghana, the future is you. Now the wait is over. It's the Clash of Titans, the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations.
Can you see me in my Total Energies?
Yes, yeah. I can see. I was coming to reference that one. Yeah, it looks very, very good.
Pastor, could you saw me this morning and said, "Hey, listen, you're wearing Blasters jersey." I said, "This is not Blasters jersey."
Actually, it looks like it looks like the Kente suit that what they call jacket that they wore to the field, right? That was very, very nice. For apparel, Ghana should be the best
for fashion show. There we won.
But we have not finished the tournament, which is likely to be.
Oh, we can be like Argentina of the World Cup. They lost their first game 2-1. They went ahead and won the tournament. So Ghana still hope.
Amen. And I'm told historically we start on a low note anyway. Now this total. Now, it's happening in Cote d'Ivoire, you know. As part of this year's competition, all Total Energy service stations will go into 100% football mode. So drive to any, if you are from very far, or live like those who live in the eastern region and work in Accra, to drive to any selected service stations and kickstart the year with lots of amazing giveaways. There's a way of supporting our Ghana Black Stars. So starting the 14th from yesterday, when you buy fuel or lubricants from selected Total Energy service stations on Ghana match days, don't forget, on Ghana match days, you instantly win amazing branded souvenirs. What Winston is wearing, right? You can also have.
You can win one, yes.
Yes, can also win one. Wonderful shirt by all standards and qualifications. It's a very safe one to wear. Let's celebrate the passion of football
together. I the Blasters jersey.
Yeah, you want to say me too, but the look of this, after this panned out, and win lots of gifts during the 2023 Total Energies African Cup of Nations. Remember, promo is valid while stock lasts. Visit our social media pages. Total Energies GH for more information. Terms and conditions apply. football together. And that's excellent, right? Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
That's us.
All right, well, the Imperial Insure and Win promo is reloaded. Insure your vehicle with Imperial General Assurance from now until the end of April and get yourself handsome rewards, fuel coupons, special souvenirs, gift vouchers, and so much more. Now, here's the catch. During this reward period, your motor insurance policy will give you an automatic 1-year life insurance cover. You could also get a brand new car, you could get brand new car tires and other car accessories as well. It's really reloaded. Everybody qualifies. Just come insure your car and you're done. Call them today on 0577 667 436 or talk to your broker or any of their agents across the country for further details. You can also follow them on their social media handles. Terms and conditions apply. Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
Well, but before you go for nutrition line, I'm on a football page. They call it Football Palaver. I'm not going to mention names because I don't have their permission to mention their names, but at least I can tell you what's happening.
Yes.
Now, all of a sudden, all the guys who supported Chris Hughton, when they bring it up that, but you said we should appoint Chris Hughton as coach, they said, oh, but you were his best supporter. Right.
Success has many fathers.
See, me, I don't want problem. I don't like trouble. I want peace. So I started by saying, I'm sorry.
You apologized early on.
Early on that
maybe before we played the game.
Yes, all those that I said Chris Hughton was the man. I'm sorry. Because I don't think that Chris Hughton is the man. Anyway, Yafini, Enterprise Insurance Leader in General Insurance since 1924, celebrates 100 years with the Yafini Motor Insurance promotion. One lucky winner will drive off in brand new Nissan Kicks SUV. First and second runner-ups will jet off to Dubai. All expense paid. To win, purchase or renew your vehicle insurance with Enterprise between January and June 2024. Monthly raffle draws offer you lovely laptops, TVs, microwaves, fridges, and more. Also with instant free fuel coupons and gifts. Visit any Enterprise Insurance branch, or call your broker or agent. Call us directly on 0302 634 777. Experience the time-tested and truly trusted 100 years legacy of Ghana's oldest insurer. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
Okay, well, time now for the nutrition line from Nestle, and of course they offer good food for a good life.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you. It's so milky, eh? I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids all-in-one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. Milo. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the sweetest corner of the day. It's Nestle Nutrition Line. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajilisua. I hope you're well. I hope you're smiling brightly, chasing all of your dreams and New Year resolutions with fresh, new energy. Our weight loss tip for today is eating on smaller plates. Weight loss is not easy, but one small simple step that could help this process is to eat from smaller plates. Keep in mind that smaller plates are not a magic bullet, but a tool to help you eat less. The rationale behind smaller plates is that when you have a large plate, you're more likely to fill it up with food because somewhere subconsciously, a full plate brings some satisfaction. With this in mind, if you reduce the size of your plates or dishes, you will need less food to fill them up than you would for a larger plate. This will mean you're more likely to eat less, when eating from a smaller plate compared to a larger one without feeling that you're depriving yourself. So do give it a try and let us know how it goes. Shifting from plate the size of Dadese to a smaller one. Difficult, but with the end goal in sight. I mean, picture a beautiful brand new you, a few kilos lighter in your gorgeous clothing. Time to leave you now, but I'll be keeping an eye on you, making sure you do only the things that are good for you, body, mind, and soul. And that includes a phone call to us or an email, so we can explore more ways to live a healthier, longer, happier life. So do please reach out. 0302 517 020 or 0302 211 880. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 12 0001. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. To send a WhatsApp, SMS, or call between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. 0593 845697, 0593 845649, or 0593 845708. Alternatively, you can send an email to consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. A juicy day is what I wish you, full of fruity flavors, delicious goodness, and blessings all around you. Enjoy it and stay victorious. Bye.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you. It's so milky, I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids all-in-one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
Wake up, have a great day, yeah, with nourishing cowbell premium milk and cowbell Vita Rich, nourishment for you. There's a cowbell milk for you, for you, for you. Cowbell Vita Rich and cowbell premium.
Introducing the new Cowbell Premium Milk, high in protein, and the new Cowbell Vita Rich, enriched with vitamin B9, both so creamy. Now there's a Cowbell for you.
Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
This advert is FDA approved.
Be part of the moments to remember with AFCON 2023 on DSTV. Experience Africa's biggest football tournament with all 52 thrilling games live and in HD the way you like it. Enjoy expert commentary that will blow your mind.
It's a gorgeous finish. Super goal.
And the finest analysis to keep you in the game. Live your pride, passion and love for Africa's beautiful game from the 13th of Jan to the 11th of Feb on Supersport or anywhere on DSTV Stream.
Imagine strutting into the most anticipated wedding of the year, only to see 7 other girls wearing your exact same outfit.
You are special and one of a kind, and that's why whether it's voice, data or SMS, you get to enjoy personalized offers tailored to your specific needs with MTN Just For You. Dial *141# or select your options on the My MTN app to redeem your unique Just For You package on Ghana's best mobile network. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Oh!
Right, so birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner.
And Franco Trading Enterprise. Still
phone Papa Perfie.
Today is the birthday of the one and only Class P.
Oh,
Della
Midella.
Oklu.
Oh yeah.
So Della.
You have already done the needful.
But the Blasters didn't make the birthday a happy one. But that notwithstanding, happy birthday to you, Class P, Della Russell Oklu. Enjoy your day.
Charlie, we'll have to buy some fufu and put candle on it for Della. She
No
loves
problem.
fufu, you know.
We'll do that. But let me just do this. Della is troublesome sometimes.
Papa.
These days, because Chelsea is not performing, I'm okay.
If you want immunization from Della, befriend her husband. Anytime she bullies you small or threatens that you will call her husband, she will mellow for you.
Okay. Then this one says, Happy New Year. It says, so today is a birthday of Ya Dufie Ose Apea. And so it's from your family to you, your parents to you. Ya Dufie Ose Apea. Happy birthday to you. And also a belated happy birthday to Benjamin Chachu Kosina, who's Zonal Business Manager, Eastern and Volta Graphic Communications Group Limited, from Emmanuel Amoa, Isaac, and all the team from Sales and Circulation in Accra. And today is also the birthday of Castin Jiwanu Konote of Christ the King International School. You're 8 years today, and so from the entire Konote family to you. And I think I've got a final one this morning. This is a special good morning to Esther Eduse Opoku, who's currently listening. Esther, good morning to you. She's also known as Mame Ya. I'm sure you know who wanted me to do this. He's right by your side.
This one is a special one. Happy birthday to Yvette Michaela Nyamendai Japia of King's Court International School in Ashaman, official town. It's from Daniel Akofo Japia of Simaf, Ghana.
And today is the birthday of Yawa Gomashi. I'm sure Hojo, you know her. Yes.
How did I forget that?
Yeah.
Yawa, please forgive me.
Please
Yawa
enjoy your
Gomashi.
day. The way I'm saying it, please, I'm the one who said it.
She will send me a message right now. Winston, you forgot my birthday. Because when she turned 50, she invited me for the 50th birthday.
Yeah.
I don't have to forget that.
Okay, wonderful, yeah.
Anyway.
All right, well, the Joy Sports Center is proudly brought to you by
MTN. Everywhere you go.
Hey, what's happening there? Yes, MTN, everywhere you go.
Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
DSTV,
it's your moment.
Cowbell,
a creamy goodness. Look, folks, we know that in January all of us don't have money, but let me tell you the good news, because Standard Chartered says it's time you got yourself the Standard Chartered Visa credit card, and you could get and spend up to 100,000 Ghana cedis free of charge with an offer to pay back in 50 days without paying any interest charges. Now, that's a jolly good idea, isn't it? And the Standard Chartered debit card is your plug to hefty discounts. You could get up to 20% discount when you swipe at selected merchant points and partners. And let me not fail to add that while you do all of these and get to enjoy them, you could win a trip to tour selected cities across Europe. So it's time to settle bills and not battle them. Let's enjoy with the Standard Chartered Visa, debit and credit cards. So, Chairman, Boss Lady, wait no more. Call toll free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100, or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered,
here for good. Now, did you know that MTN Momo now has an app? Yes, MTN Momo has a brand new app specially designed to make your Momo experience easier, convenient, and faster. Just download the Momo app on Play Play Store or App Store or on your smartphone and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It's that simple. Momo app allows you to view your statements, pay bills, and so much more. Use the app for your Momo transactions and enjoy 100% bonus when you recharge using the Momo app. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with the Flex at no data cost. Just Momo it everywhere you go. And Black Star supporter, number 1 defender of the team, has arrived. And good for how are you doing?
Very well.
You look very, very good for somebody who has suffered a massive defeat.
Yeah, I have. It is not good. It is not good at all. It is not good. Anyway, good morning and welcome to Sports Center here on 99.7 Joy FM. Of course, my name is Fentio, Zahiru Fentio. Coming up this morning.
Little bit of hesitation in the back, a chance to Cape Verde to win it. Oh, calamity in the back for Ghana. And Cape Verde scored in stoppage time at the end of the game. And have they won it? Scenes of huge celebrations for the Cape Verde fans.
Yes, Black Stars of Ghana suffered defeat in their opening game of the Africa Cup of Nations. And that's really exactly where we will start in all of this, all right, at the AFCON. All right, so let's begin at the Black Stars. Last night, they began their AFCON campaign with a disastrous 2-1 defeat to Capo Verde in their Group B opener at the Felix Houphouët-Boigny Stadium in Abidjan. Gary Rodriguez, he scored a dramatic winner in the second minute of added time after capitalizing on a shambolic defending from the Ghana defense. Ghana thought they had equalized 10 minutes before half-time when Majid Ashmeru struck a powerful shot into the net from outside Cape Verde's penalty area. But after a VAR check, it was disallowed because Ransford Koningsdorfer, in an offside position, was deemed to be interfering by being in the goalkeeper's line of sight. The Black Stars eventually scored the equalizer when Alexander Djiku powered home from Jordan Ayew's corner in the 56th minute. But Rodriguez broke Ghanaian hearts with a stoppage time winner. Speaking after the game, Ghana head coach Chris Hughton said his team conceded very poor goals.
We conceded 2 bad goals. From our point of view, Cape Verde started better than what we did, but then I think we grew into a good game. At one stage, once we scored the goal in the second half, I thought we were very much on the front foot and looking that perhaps we could score a second goal. But you can't concede the type of goal that we did in the last moments of the game.
That's Chris Hughton there. He was also asked what he would say to Ghanaians after supervising such an embarrassing defeat. And here's what he had to say.
If you're asking me what I say to the Ghanaians is exactly what I'll say to anybody. We are incredibly, hugely disappointed with the result. And I know this group of players also know how our public, the Ghanaian people, see this game, see this tournament, and our expectations going into this one. And it's one that says it's a defeat that we're hugely disappointed with.
All right, that's Chris Hughton there, of course. Now, let's connect on the line to George Addo Jr., who is working as a commentator for New World TV in Abidjan. And George, if you can hear me, very good morning. Not the ideal start for Ghana, was it? All right, okay, we cannot hear George. But let's take some more reaction from the game. And Jordan Ayew has attributed the defeat to a lack of experience in the squad.
We lack a lot of experience, and I know you can't say anything, but at the end of the day, if you look at the squad that we have, more than 10 is the first AFCON. Yeah. More than 10 is the first AFCON. So this type of mistakes will happen, and we need to learn quick, because the AFCON is not waiting for anyone, and it's not easy, it's hard, but we're men, and we need to stand up and face the reality.
That's Jordan Ayew, and I will help him out here. 19 of Ghana's 27 players at this year's competition have never played an AFCON game before, but 17 of Cape Verde's players had never played an AFCON either. So really, it looks like a very convenient argument or excuse. Also, individual players have started to take responsibility. Richard Ofori started the game as captain and was largely to blame for Ghana's first goal. But he says he did his best, but his teammates didn't do their job.
Yeah, sometimes I push it away because the ball was bouncing in front of me, and then the ball was going far away from me also. So I need to stretch and then just direct the ball to the side. But unfortunately, my players were not there to block. So it happens in the game, and then we need to just concentrate and then focus on the second game. That's the most important.
That's, of course, Richard Ofori. We can hear from two more players. Alexander Chuku, he was named man of the match, and he questioned the team's intensity. And Dennis Odoi agreed with him, saying Ghana was not aggressive enough in the match.
We need to do more. We need to do more aggressive. We need to play more. We need to create more chance, and we need to score also. So we have another game, second game, and we need to win.
Yeah, first half we were off it. I think the lines were too far apart. They could always find the guy in between the lines, and that was hard for us to put the pressure. I think we need to be more aggressive in our pressure as a group, as a whole, and then we can play further away from our goal. But now there was too much space between the lines.
That's of course, you heard Gideon Mensah speaking there. In fact, Dennis Odoi speaking there. Before him, you had Alexander Jaku. Now, Ghana's next game is on Thursday against Egypt. Egypt were held to a thrilling 2-2 draw by Mozambique, with the 7-time champions needing a 92nd minute penalty from Mohamed Salah to rescue a point. The Pharaohs now desperately need to win that second game against Ghana, but Gideon Mensah says it wouldn't put pressure on them.
Not really. I mean, the tournament itself is pressure on us. I mean, we're playing for a country where everybody's expecting us to win every game that we play. So each game that we go in the same pressure, the same hunger and everything.
That's Gideon Mensah there. Now, of course, one last news item from yesterday's game was that a Ghanaian fan was arrested for physically assaulting or attempting to assault Black Stars head coach Chris Hughton. He was then arrested as a result of that, and the coach, of course, was unhurt. Earlier yesterday afternoon, Victor Osimhen, he scored a quick equalizer for Nigeria as the Super Eagles started the AFCON with an underwhelming 1-0 draw against Equatorial Guinea. Here's their head coach, Jose Pesero.
I'm sad from the result and not sad from the capacity for play, because no one player needs to go because wanted. No one player needs one goal because won't miss the goal. He want to score, but in the pitch is worse or is difficult, not like in the bank or in the other place. We need to improve our finishing. Even if sports we don't improve, but come the good luck, or more good luck, or more luck.
That's Jose Pesero there. There are more AFCON matches later tonight, of course. Also, elsewhere in the Premier League, Man City beat Newcastle 3-2 at St. James's Park yesterday. And in Saudi Arabia, Vinicius Jr. scored a first-half hat-trick as Real Madrid beat Barcelona 4-1 to win the Spanish Super Cup. Now, before we go, football fans around the globe are gearing up for one of the most anticipated events in the football calendar, the Best FIFA Football Awards 2023. It's set to take place tonight in London. The gala promises excitement, glamour, and the celebration of footballing excellence, where rumours abound that a certain Manchester City player will win the ultimate award in the men's category. Gary L. Smith of Joy Sports is in London, and he has more.
Well, the qualifying period for the men's awards was between 19 December 2022 and 20th August 2023, whereas the women's categories considered performances between 1st August 2022 and 20th August 2023. And Best Football Awards are not just about recognizing the top players, coaches, and teams. They are a celebration of the sport's global appeal and influence. And the events will be live here in West London from 7:30 tonight till 8:30 to be an hour maximum.
That's Gary L. Smith reporting live from London. So today's AFCON games are Senegal versus Gambia at 2 p.m. There's Cameroon, Guinea at 5. And Algeria and Angola is at 8. And the news is that Andre Onana has arrived finally in, of course, Abidjan. And is proceeding to where Cameroon will face Guinea. He took part in yesterday's game.
He should have actually gone.
Between Man United and
the
Spurs,
second goal, I don't understand.
which ended 2-2. He chartered a private jet to take him all the way to Abidjan right after the match.
Thank you very much. Fentu, you're joining us later to have the conversation about the Black Stars performance last night. Thank you very much. But let's get on to X. Let's get on to WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, 05511119997. And on X, use the hashtag JoySMS. Social media messages here on this morning show brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. What's your assessment of the performance by the Black Stars? Tell us, and we'll share it with the rest of the world. But every day people face different emergencies. Police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name them. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here's one you would want to remember, *770#. Yes, *770# is the new EcoBank money emergency number. And it gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more, even without data. So there's no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. And it's now time for Food for Thought, brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. Uncle, good morning.
How are you, sir?
Uncle.
In what shape are you this morning?
Oh, well, that kind of a feeling. It's not that I trust the Black Stars these days, but I'm still Ghanaian, and so when we lose, I feel it. It hurts me that we lose.
It hurts.
Yes,
I would say it hurts.
Yeah. So
I always pretend that I don't care about the fate of the Black Stars, but then after every match, I find that I care more than I am prepared to admit that I do. But anyway, it's early days yet, isn't it? We still have hope.
Oh yes, as Ghanaians, it reminds me so much of 1997 when we drew with Morocco in Ghana, and we started doing permutations. In the build-up to the 1998 World Cup. And so we've started talking about how Argentina lost against Saudi Arabia and went ahead to win the World Cup. We might as well do same in Ghana. So there's hope.
Oh, there is hope. There is hope. Even Fentio knows there is hope. That's why he's wearing that jacket.
Oh, I see. Fentio, he has hope in the Blasters. Why not? He's also Ghanaian.
Well, if you could design your life, what kind of life would you design for yourself? And if we're given the power to design our lives, and we did, what guarantee is there that we will love the life we designed? To help us answer that question, let me ask another question. What kind of life did you wish for yourself when you were younger? Do you still think that was the best life for you? Who did you first fall in love with in your adolescence? Is that someone you still would want for your life partner? The point I'm making is that if we could design the life we want, and we did, very few of us would want that life a few years down the line. This is because we will base the kind of life we want on our limited knowledge of what is appealing to us today. As we experience more and know better, certain things lose their appeal to us. Plus, life is changing all the time. I love to tell the story of my cousin who is an awesome auto mechanic. His customers are guaranteed to drive out of his workshop satisfied and with broad smiles every time. But this gifted mechanic did not always dream of being an auto mechanic. He and I grew up in the days when WCs were unheard of in Ghana. almost all households used the bucket or the pan. Those had to be emptied by special workers we refer to as latrine boys. They operated at night or at dawn. They were very colorful characters. They carried a pad on their heads on which they balanced huge bins. They also had very short brooms in their hands, and they were very temperamental. If you complained about the scent or if the children teased them, they would leave the bin with its contents right in the middle of your house till they were appeased. Now, when he was 5, my cousin yearned to be a latrine boy, and he was very serious about it. He cut every broom in the house short and would practice endlessly with every bucket in the house.
Hey.
He would practice heaving the bucket onto his head and balancing it just as he saw the professionals do. It frustrated and embarrassed the family, but nothing discouraged him from perfecting his craft. In his mind, he had found his calling in life, and nothing was going to make him give it up. By the time he turned 6 and started school, he had outgrown that dream. Now, he would fight you if you reminded him of his childhood dream. You see, we are all limited in our dreams. The things we aim for are often the things that appeal to us today. But life sometimes changes drastically. Think of it. There was a time when the most fashionable mode of transport was the horse and the carriage. I'm sure there were horse breeders and manufacturers of carriages and the accessories who imagined that the use of horses and carriages would continue forever. Then came the automobile, and the horse and carriage industry was dead. I was in the book publishing business in the 80s. In those days, the typesetting equipment was the most precious piece of equipment a publishing house could own, and they were expensive. And those who operated those machines, the typesetters, were in hot demand. Then came the Macintosh Mac, and typesetting machines were out. Typesetting gave way to graphic design and cheaper but more sophisticated equipment. The work of a typesetter, which was highly specialized in those days, could now be done by anyone who was literate in the relevant software. Now, let me go back to the question I started this presentation with. If you could design your life, would you do it? And would you love that life a few years down the line? The truth is that we are constantly designing our lives. We design our lives by the choices we make and the values we live by. And when most of us look back on our lives today, which is the lives we designed by our choices and the values of yesterday, we hate them. But the good news is that God, through the Bible, has also designed a life for us, but he does not impose that life on us. It is available to anyone, every one of us, but we have to choose it, or we can reject it. The God-designed life is built on some very specific values or principles. One principle says, in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. Another principle says, it is more blessed to give than to receive. Let's take another principle. Love your enemies. Don't hate them. Do not judge if you do not want to be judged. It's also a principle of this life. Another principle says, work not for the money, but work as unto the Lord. The God-designed life also requires that you do not store up for yourself treasures here on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and thieves break in and steal. That life comes with the instruction to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world. It then demands that we do not lose our saltiness and we do not fail to shine. It asks us to be quick to listen, but slow to anger and slow to speak. It says, don't be anxious about tomorrow or about the future. Worrying is a big no-no, as it comes with instruction to seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all other things will be added unto us. These are a few elements of the life God has designed for us. He designed it not with today in mind, but with eternity in mind. Whatever life we design for ourselves will sooner or later go out of fashion. But the life God has designed for us may not be easy, but it will never go out of fashion. For 2024, can you at least give the life God has designed for you a little consideration? He guarantees peace. He says, I know the plans I have for you, plans for good and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. And now you have a choice: your self-designed life or God's designed life. The choice is yours. And Abaji said, that is my presentation for this morning.
Thank you very, very much, Uncle Ibo White. And it's our hope and prayer that God will design that on Thursday night we win.
I say a big amen to it.
Because
a big amen.
Amen.
To
Amen.
that.
Yes, we are hoping and praying that Thursday will be a different story, so that when we come back on Friday, we'll have something good to discuss. Because as for today,
we can do with something to cheer, can't we?
Yes, I mean as for today, dear.
We can do something to cheer, but don't worry. Argentina crowd lost their first match, so and so we went away with a cup.
Let's see if Ghana can do same. Anyway, thank you very, very much, Uncle Ibo White, for joining us with Food for Thought here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And let's get interactive this morning. Join us on X. Use the hashtag JoySMS. And you can also join us on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. On Big Stories this morning, brought to us by Vodafone. Further together, latest form, your partner for life. Our focus is on the Ghana Black Stars. Well, last night we lost to Cape Verde by a goal to 2. And already, many of you are asking those questions. Can we beat Egypt and Mozambique to make it to the round of 16? Isn't it early days yet to be considering the fact that Ghana might just exit the AFCON? No, it's just one game, isn't it? What are your thoughts? I'd love to know your thoughts. Share them with us right here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Looking for the best value data and voice offers? Look no further, as Vodafone has unbeatable deals made just for you. To enjoy these amazing Vodafone offers, just dial *530# and get onto any of the Vodafone Made For Me bundles. For as little as $1 Ghana cedi, Vodafone Made For Me has got what you need. Now, this offer is specially made for you. Simply dial *530# or visit my Vodafone app to subscribe. Vodafone, further together. Now, very soon we'll bring you the Joy Business Minute right here on the Super Morning Show. But I'd love to know what your thoughts are, okay? Because for many of you, your expectation was that, look, the Black Stars was going to beat Cape Verde. If for nothing at all, we'll beat Cape Verde. Maybe try and get a draw against Egypt, or whether we lose against Egypt, that would not be a big deal. Because Egypt was the seeded team in this group. So we expected to struggle against Egypt, but not against Cape Verde. Well, last night, we lost against Cape Verde. They scored in injury time in what looked like a mistake, a defensive error by Salisu. Could the goalkeeper have done better? I don't know. You can tell me. Did the coach get his selection right? I want you to tell me. Were the substitutions on point? I want you to tell me. So why don't you get on to X? Use the hashtag JoySMS and on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. It's now time for the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG, we stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts. The International Monetary Fund has rescheduled its board meeting on Ghana to this Friday, January 19. Board members are pushing for more time to scrutinize the country's documents. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has described the deal reached with external creditors as a major turning point for the economy. He said the deal will help fast-track the process of reducing Ghana's debt to sustainable levels. The business community is hopeful of a rebound in investor confidence in the coming days following the announcement by government that he has secured a deal with external creditors on restructuring the country's debt. And the IMF says artificial intelligence is set to affect nearly 40% of all jobs, according to its new analysis. The fund says in most scenarios, AI will likely worsen overall inequality. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts.
And receiving money from your family and friends abroad should never be a hassle. CBG Remittance Service is offering you a reliable, fast, and convenient way to receive funds abroad. Visit any of CBG's 114 branches nationwide to receive your Western Union, MoneyGram, Ria, Small World, UnityLink transfers, PayAngel, Ezremit, ATL, and Sig Money transfers. Our dedicated remittance centers at our Nima, Kaswa, Main, Medina Market, Apenkwa, and Spinters Basket branches have extended service hours, closing to the public at 5 p.m. on weekdays and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. All you need is to provide a valid national ID, phone number, and mobile and money transfer reference number, and expect a smooth experience every step of the way. For inquiries, contact us on 0302216000. Email us at talktous@cbg.com.gh or visit any of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. Right, stay with us right here on the Super Morning Show. When we return after these messages, our focus is on the Black Stars.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, download it. You go enjoy it. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
Of late, things no easy, crowd. For my business inside, pressure day from customers. If I make payments, give suppliers, Okada riders, delivery charges, it no easy. Things no they move fast like before because everything make expensive. The family where they house, see what I they talk. Family where they call they ask for another money, it no easy. Vodafone Cash be the only thing where they make my ID get to. If I they do transfers for Vodafone Cash, it they save me money. If you they do Vodafone Cash to Vodafone Cash transactions, still no transfer charges dey. Even if I they send money to another network, I they get value.
Make you dial *110# to send money. Sending money from Vodafone Cash to Vodafone Cash still be free. Vodafone.
A bank that supports you. A bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you. So lift your head up, big dreams are waiting. We'll walk with you wherever you go. Where all your dreams come alive, CBG will make you smile. We will rise with you. Your business will flourish, your name will
coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best. On Joy 99.7 FM.
Even though I fall for your ways, even though your body they crazy, no be for me. Maybe I'm unlucky again. Nigga, my love. Pour another one for my nigga.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Regardless of your state or
You just
situation.
want people's pain to
No,
be
no, we told them.
exacerbated.
So people prepared. The serious people in this country,
Listen,
they prepared.
listen, January,
If you are in the January and you are
please,
acting
please,
like
please.
it is 400 because you
January,
didn't prepare, we
listen,
are going to tolerate that this year.
January,
This year we pledge to speak
no
only the truth to you
amount of
and nothing but the
preparation-
truth.
Listen, no amount of preparation makes January easy.
Which is it easy?
Oh, where am I? It's okay.
Yes.
Look at these people.
Those days.
No, because you
Those
see,
days by the first week.
Media,
You'll have
let
been
me-
wondering where.
Media,
you see,
let
good,
me
good,
declare,
good
it is not
anticipation.
easy.
Yeah.
So,
Don't be calling me.
what happened with the 90s
Call
jam?
them. Call Winston and Raymond.
There's
Don't
water
call
in this
me.
house. There's water in this house. Those days, January, do you know what happened? People would drink water every time it's finished. But now there's water.
but-
Everybody has planned their life properly.
No, but I mean, if it's January and you don't have money, you can pretend to be fasting.
New Year fasting.
You can pretend to be fasting.
Starting right.
Why must that be a
Oh,
problem?
you are detoxing.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the good thing about the 90s jam was that, Winston Grills was there. And a few things happened
You
there.
made some small profits there too.
Oh,
pass
so
you through January.
it will pass me through January. I don't need to have a problem in January.
Me, I was asleep. Anyway, filler.
After importing, a combat boots.
Yes, and clearing them at the
this current
with demerge.
At this current rate and port charges.
Yes,
plus taxes.
I paid all kinds of taxes. In fact, if Katie Hammond had his way, the boots would never have arrived. Okay, so filler, come closer to, because it's made of Willie. Come closer to your radio set for the gist of the year. Did you know that your energy-giving, great-tasting Lucozade has a new look? Or whether you're out and about, in the office, in school, or even in Trotro, all you need to restore your energy is to look out for the new sleeker, slimmer Lucozade Original 330 milliliter can with the same energy that you've known for years. So now you can go about your day with even more swag as you drink Lucozade from your new sleek can. So go ahead, grab your Lucozade sleek can and discover the same unbeatable energy with every sip. Lucozade, restore your energy. This advert is FDA approved.
Now, how do you find customers for your products and services throughout Africa in 2024? That's a very big question. What are the key issues that can make your business succeed or fail this year? Are you aware of the major threats to your business in Africa in 2024? Don't be caught off guard. Join attendees from all over Africa and the rest of the world at the Crystal Ball Africa 2024 to get the most insight while networking. The theme is one continent, one market, growing businesses beyond borders. The date is January 18, 2024. The time is 9 a.m. The venue is Labadi Beach Hotel. You need to register now on this website, Crystal, and the Crystal is CRYSTA. Then there's Ball, BALL, and Africa.com. Don't miss this opportunity. Media partners are Joy FM, Joy News, Joy Prime, and The Joy Business.
Do you mind spelling that Crystal again for us?
Yes, CRY. So it's Crystal without L. Yes, so
no
people
L.
get, yes, there's no L. So
Okay.
crystalballafrica.com. That's where you go and do the registration. Yeah.
Great. So, look, when we say insurance that gives you more, we mean more. Your car deserves the best, so get more for your protection with a motor insurance policy from ABSA, underwritten by Holland Insurance. With a motor insurance policy from ABSA, underwritten by Holland Insurance, you can choose from our comprehensive third-party fire and theft policies to ensure that your vehicle stays protected. You also enjoy post-repair inspection, free delivery of your vehicle after repair, free roadside assistance in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, and Sunyani, and more when you sign up for our comprehensive cover. So go on and get more for your protection with a motor insurance policy from ABSA, underwritten by Holland Insurance. Discover how to get things done at absa.com.gh or the nearest ABSA branch. Terms and conditions apply.
Nice song like that. Magic System featuring Liam Yaladi. And they even called it Akwaba.
Yes.
For us to go and, flop like.
Oh, they
like
called it, the Ivorians called the song Akwaba.
Yes, the song is called
But
Akwaba.
Akwaba is welcome in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, I know that. I know that they are actually. I
So
know
why
the
did you
history
sound surprised?
that connects my mother's people to Ivorians and the transition. I know that history clearly. Yes.
So why did you sound surprised?
No, my
It
point
is
is that
surprising
it's-
because Akwaba actually is Akan.
Yes, and
But
it's-
Ivorians are Akans.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
But they are Akans.
Yeah, but that's
I was saying.
so do you think
it is
everybody knows
traditionally
that?
Ghanaian? It's not so. It's traditionally
Yes,
Ghanaian.
yes.
And if you go all over the world, Akwaba is associated with Ghana. For them to use
Says
it, they are
who?
representing Africa. Is that what?
Says who?
Oh, it's recognized by everybody.
If you go to Cote d'Ivoire, Akwaba, they say Akwaba is there. So what are you talking about?
Guys, let's focus on the
How about
football.
the Ivorians? They move from Ghana to the place. The people we are talking about.
Eh.
They move from, in fact,
Eh.
somewhere through some other difficulties.
That one I-
Yes.
Okay, enough of the history lesson. Let's come to football. Let's do PE.
If there isn't enough to say about the main winning, we have to find another form.
Oh, no, because we have to see. We have
Wednesday,
to go.
let's talk about Blasters.
No, we are going to
history period
Ivory
is
Coast.
over.
We need
It's
to hear
time
from
for PE. Let me tell you who we are talking to. Today on the show, you'll be hearing from our very own Fintu Tahiru Fintu, aka Salah. Also, Muftau Nabila Abdullah is joining us via Zoom because he is in Ivory Coast. Daniel Cranting of Joy Sports and George Adu Jr., who of course has been helming commentary in Cote d'Ivoire, is also joining us via Zoom. So, gentlemen, good morning to you all. It's great to have you.
Good morning, Kojo.
Fantastic.
Good morning, it's great to be here.
Yeah, always a pleasure. All right. So listen, guys, I think I'll start with the gang in Ivory Coast, okay? And Muftau, you tell us, at what point did the fans realize that once again the Black Stars have done their thing?
I think from the 80th minute, when I started seeing some of them begin to walk out of the stadium, I'm sure at that point they felt that the Black Stars were not in a position to win. They started walking out. So in fact, some of them did not even see the winning goal of Verdi. From where I was seated, I could clearly see faces of disappointment. I could clearly see faces of people who had given up, and faces of people who felt that these Black Stars, these are the Black Stars that inspired confidence. Because you would realize that in the latter part of that game, the body language of the players clearly showed that they were in to try and get a draw. They were not going in for a win. If they were going in for a win and the supporters were cheering them on, at that point you could clearly tell. But it was unfortunate that the body language of the players did not suggest that this was a team that was willing to go all out there and win. And in fact, George Ado Jr. is joining us. I was a bit closer to him when he was doing commentary with Adebayo. And if you took a look at even people who are well experienced in this game, they could clearly tell you that no, this is not the Black Stars of yesteryears. In fact, I spoke to Claude Leroy, a former coach of the Black Stars, and he said this team is very bad. So, indeed, the team is bad, but hopefully they will answer the questions of every single Ghanaian on Thursday.
I'll be bringing George in just a moment. But before that, Daniel, give us the latest. We understand that there was an attempt to attack the coach after the game. What happened?
Yes, an unidentified fan at the team hotel reportedly tried to attack head coach Chris Hutton, but it took the intervention of some people who were at the hotel to save him. And the fan has been handed over to the Ivorian police. We'll wait to see what happens with him. But obviously, that story is not entirely accurate.
Oh, really?
That story is not entirely accurate. I spoke to the officials who were there, CAF officials for that matter. The incident indeed happened. The fan was angry. He was abusing Chris Hutton verbally, and security took him away. He hasn't been arrested.
Oh, so okay, so the event, the incident happened, but it didn't result in an arrest, is what you're saying.
It didn't result in arrest. It didn't result in an attack of Chris Hughton.
Right. Okay. Well, a verbal attack at least, not a physical one. Okay. Thank you for that. Now, Daniel, I mean, look, the the expectation going into this tournament for the Black Stars, as always, was high. Not just from Ghanaian fans, but from onlookers around the world who understand the pedigree of Ghanaian football. But Chris Hughton, in the run-up to this, has not instilled a lot of confidence in Ghanaians that he was poised to win this. What would you say were the cardinal mistakes that led to this 2-1 defeat?
To be honest, the drop in confidence in the Black Stars didn't start with Chris Hughton. The team has been poor for quite a while. At the last AFCON, that was 2 years ago, we dropped out in the group stages, finished bottom of our group. And results since then have not necessarily inspired confidence. And it's been under, 2 or 3 different coaches. So, yes, in as much as outside this country, expectations were high, obviously. If you look at the quality that we have in our squad, most Ghanaians, at least before the competition, if you gauge the temperature, I didn't really expect the Black Stars to go all the way and win the competition. There was some skepticism about the team's chances. But in yesterday's game, especially after the lineup was named, I think, especially with the inclusion of Majid Ashimero, something that most Ghanaian fans wanted from the off. They wanted him to start because there was a clear problem with our midfield in subsequent or previous games. And to see him included in the starting lineup inspired a little bit of confidence. At least we felt that we'll have a much better performance. But it didn't necessarily translate to that. In the first half, we saw Ghana didn't start too well. But I personally felt that even when we had the negative momentum, we were able to defend well enough and not allow Cape Verde to have too many opportunities. And then the goal went in for Cape Verde. Which for me, goalkeeper could have done better, but of course, you pick yourself up and you try and fight back. I also felt that had Majid Ashimero's goal been granted, it would have been a completely different game because that completely lifted the momentum of the team, only for VAR to review it, for it to be scrapped off. So it was
and once again, for the benefit of those who missed the game, what did the VAR reveal that resulted in the disqualification of the goal?
Okay, so Ransford Iwa Koningsdorfer was in an offside position, and he was directly in the eyesight of the eye line of the Cape Verde goalkeeper. So he was basically blocking his view. So that was deemed as an obstruction.
Right.
And then as a result, the goal was scrapped off. So that was the reason. And the Black Stars came back in the second half much, much better. In fact, they began to string passes together, looked like momentum was coming. And then Jiku got that equalizer. But once that equalizer went in, you asked me about cardinal mistakes. I think there was a triple substitution that happened a couple of minutes after that equalizer. And that's what undid the team. Joseph Pinso was having a very good game, tormenting the left back of Cape Verde. Semenyo was doing a very good job up top, drawing defenders in. Good link-up play with Joseph Pinso. Both of them were taken off. And then we saw Enes Nyama and Andre Ayew come on. And I felt that if any winger should have been taken off up until that time, it should have been Jordan Ayew. Because Jordan Ayew had done his shift. He had put in a good shift up until that point. But what you needed was energy and fire in the verve to go on and attack the game. And in that stead, Pinso was already doing a good job. If you are bringing Nyama, who brings in that extra spark, then Jordan should have gone off. I think we should have maintained Semenyo on the pitch and continue the momentum with the guys who were actually providing the fire on the pitch up until that time. But they went off, a new group came on, and we sort of started playing. You could tell from the way the Black Stars were playing. They were playing to try and keep the result at 1-1. And then a calamitous mistake at the end from Mohamed Salisu, loss of concentration. Richard Ofori-Sami also say he's culpable for the second goal, his decision to come out and not grab it. And the Black Stars have lost. It's not the way anybody wanted to start the competition, especially because Egypt dropped points and we know they are coming with fire on Thursday. So now our chances look really, really slim.
Well, tragically accurate summation there of the game. Daniel, thanks for that. Now, George, let's talk about the ebb and flow of the game. I mean, 15 shots on target. It was 15 shots at goal by Cape Verde, with 5 of them on target. Black Stars had only 1 shot on target, and that was the one that ended up as a goal. From the commentary box, George, I mean, tell us, how did this game look? Did it even see? Oh, we are yet to have George Ado join us. Okay, forgive me. I'll have Finto, deal with that. Watching that game and knowing the teams involved, Black Stars and Cape Verde, I mean, did the flow of that game even, could you recognize the teams for what they are supposed to be in that game?
Well, I'll be honest with you and tell you that the AFCON as a competition has never been won by the team with the most talented players. It's been won with the team with the most determination, the one with a plan, and the one with players who are willing to die for their country. Now, if you notice, after the game, the post-match interviews, 2 players who spoke to journalists used one word repeatedly. Alexander Djiku was named man of the match. He was largely praised for his commitment, for his desire, and his general application in the match. Denis Odoi, another very experienced player, struggled a little bit in that game. After the game, the 2 of them said exactly the same thing. They said the players, they themselves, the team, lacked aggression.
Wow.
He said they lacked aggression, they left too many spaces for the opponents. And that just brings me back to something that we have been saying all along about this Black Stars team. And that it is not necessarily the lack of talent that is hurting the team, but that the players themselves, and we'll talk about the coaching, we'll get to that, but then the players themselves in certain moments have not shown themselves to be as determined and as committed as they should be. Now, after the game, Jordan Ayew said something. He attributed the team's defeat to lack of experience in the squad. And then he specifically said more than 10 players in the Black Stars team lacked experience. And he said it's the truth, and that affected them. And I'll say that is nonsense. Yes, it is true. 19 out of the 27 players Ghana took to the AFCON were playing in their first AFCON match. But Cape Verde, who beat Ghana, also had 17 new players who are playing in their first AFCON game.
Can I put that in context?
So really, how does that...
hang on, I'll come to you in a moment.
How does that excuse wash? Then you watch the game between Mozambique and Egypt. And Mozambique's, they even named a 23-man squad, not 27 players. And out of that, only 2 of them have previously played at an AFCON. One of them is a 40-year-old. They played against an Egypt team that started 7 players who also started the final 2 years ago when they lost against Senegal. So vast experience, and yet Mozambique showed heart and desire, matched up to the Egyptians. And if anybody didn't watch that game and they told you the scoreline was 2-2, you would think it's Mozambique who were lucky. But anyone that watched the game, you know that it's Egypt who were lucky to have escaped that game with a draw. And that Mozambique actually deserved to win. So all of that backs the point I'm making. That it is not the lack of experience, because Mozambique have made nonsense of that. Cape Verde has made nonsense of that. We had more experienced players on the pitch than Cape Verde. We had more experienced players playing at this AFCON than Mozambique. And yet, we didn't see any evidence of the so-called 10 days of training or behind closed doors of training. The tactics they have been working on, I don't think that was evident on the pitch. The coach had so many deficiencies. First of all, in his team selection. In my opinion, I think it has been a very weird thing about Chris Hughton since he took over the job. And that is his wrong profiling of players. I think many people were excited to see Ashimeru Koningsdorfer start. The problem was the deployment of personnel. Specifically where he played Koningsdorfer, Ransford de Yeboah. The kid has never played there, not for his club, not for the country. And yet, in the biggest game of his career, his first game at the AFCON, you go and play him in a position he has never played in before. The result is what we saw. He was a mere passenger in the game. Literally, he was set up to fail, and he failed spectacularly. Then you look at the way we conceded the goal. The first goal. Poor. Salisu gets dragged into midfield, leaves a gaping hole. Jiku comes across to cover him, and then he misses the tackle. The cutback comes in, the shot comes, the goalkeeper with his experience punches the ball back into play instead of maybe punching it wide. And then after the game, he also goes into the post-match and he says he did the best that he could, but it is his teammates who didn't do their job by clearing the rebound. There were so many instances in the second half that just absolutely buttresses the point I'm making about commitment. There was one instant, Baba Idrisi takes the ball, edge of his own penalty box. He's touching the ball, he's shifting it, and he's robbed off of possession, edge of the box, free kick in a very dangerous area. Where is your mind? Where is your mind? Salisu's passing, and this is a guy we sent a delegation of elders to go and beg to come and play for the national team.
But Fenty, let me ask you a very simple question. How many matches had Salisu played before we brought him to the Black Stars?
3 games. He had been injured for 7 months. So you can give him a pass for that.
That's what I'm trying to
say. But
say.
he didn't select himself.
No, but that's what the coach's problem.
That's what we're getting to the coaching.
Yes.
So clearly he's lacked match fitness.
Yes.
Because he had been injured for 7 months. Only came back in December, and he's played 3 games for Monaco this season before we threw him right into the deep end. It was telling because he looked very lethargic.
Yes.
Having said that, the coach had many opportunities to impact the game from the bench.
You're coming to the coach now, right?
Yes.
Okay, hang on, because I want Muftau to make that point he had wanted to make before we move on to the coach, because the coach is a whole topic. Muftau. Yeah.
So I just wanted to provide some context to what Frenchie was saying about the comments Jordan and you made at a mixed zone when we spoke to him. The conversation lasted about 3 to 4 minutes. And in as much as he spoke about the inexperience in the team, he said, we cannot continue to make excuses with inexperience. He said, we cannot continue to make excuses that we are in a rebuilding process. It's about time people take responsibility and perform. They've got a talent. They need to work hard. This thing of always saying that we are inexperienced, we are rebuilding, is not acceptable. Those were the words of Jordan Ayew. And in fact, I'm actually sending that video to him to post it on our socials.
All right.
He also added that we are a group of players who play professional football outside the country, and the errors we make are not acceptable. That's the context I wanted to provide.
All right. Thank you for that. Very important. Thanks for that. All right. On to the coach.
Yeah, but Coach, before we go on to the coach, this point that I'll make would also be, before we get, you see, Fentio has made a very valid point. How in God's name, Chris Hughton, of all the years that you've coached, and I agree, Koningsdorfer, that's the name.
Yeah,
Koningsdorfer.
Ransford de Yeboah. I felt bad for the young man.
We have just jettisoned the Koningsdorfer.
I felt very bad for the young man.
Yeah.
Because here you are, you didn't play anything, and even when we scored a goal, you were in the goalkeeper's this thing. So, interference with play. End of story.
So didn't contribute on the other end, and then at the other end as well, someone else's contribution was nullified by his interference.
In fact, I initially thought that the ball may have hit his hand, when it hit the post.
The first instant, it did. But then there was a lot more touches after that before the shot.
So then I was like, okay. But that's the point. Baba Idrisu on the day didn't do well.
No, he wasn't great.
Baba Idrisu wasn't great. So, Odoi struggled. Even Gideon Mensah at the point was struggling. Look, I have a problem. And it actually fits into Chris Hughton's approach to a game. You have Paintel, fantastic on the day.
Especially in the second half.
Yes. And you have Semenyo taking on, sometimes moving to the wings from where Jordan is supposed to play, cutting in, taking on defenders. And I was suggesting that if you want to take, at that point in time, look, let's face it, sometimes, yes, Jordan was doing well, but sometimes it gets to the point where you realize that some of your players may be aging and may have played a lot of games.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, you let them relax and bring in fresh young ones. So Nyama comes in. Semenyo is still very young. He could still play for a very long time. You want to bring on Inaki Williams? No problem. I ask myself the simple question, and Daniel Cranting makes the point that the substitutions, what did we bring the day to come and do in that game?
No, it's a fair question because, to be honest, I thought the day's introduction reduced the tempo a little bit. It took Ghana's tempo down a little bit, and the psychology of that change is hard to see. I don't know if he brought him on to try and get a goal for Ghana, but then the rest of his substitutions, taking off, for example, Ashimeru and bringing on Saleh, looked like a very defensive approach.
Exactly.
So it was almost like he's content with the game ending in a draw, when in actual fact, he should have been chasing a win. But yesterday, in a conversation with Daniel, he pointed out something that he said sometimes when things are going against you, luck also seems to just elude you. Because in all fairness, that Ashmeru goal, if it stood, the dynamics of the game
of course, it would have changed. It would have changed. But you see, this is the other point. You see, sometimes you probably would understand the coach too. Because contrary to, I am not a coach, but contrary to what we may have expected, the Cape Verdeans were very quick on the ball.
I think we knew that. Everybody knew that.
I
Their transitions were rapid.
I tell you, particularly Baby Boy, those guys were dealing with our players. So when you had reached a point, and I think that, when you reached a stage where it had become very difficult for you, because you had brought on Dede and,
he couldn't match the pace
of the game. So now what do? You don't bring him in and take him out. You can't do that. You can't disgrace your captain that way.
Yeah.
So what do? You actually protect what you have, because it was becoming very difficult for us at that point. When we equalized, anyway, actually trying to, score, it had become very difficult for us. And Dede, apart from the first 5 minutes, let's be very honest, didn't impact the game for the next 25 minutes. So I can understand why you have, a Chris Hughton at that point in time deciding to actually bring in another defensive midfielder just to try, if for nothing at all, not concede. Because at that point, the game had become difficult for the Black Stars.
All right, Gary has joined us now, Gary L. Smith. And of course, Gary, good to have you. You were, right there in the in the commentary box. Maybe you can settle the issue for us. Was it the players or was it the coach?
I think there's George who was in the commentary box.
Forgive me, Gary. Forgive me. You see how confused these boys have made me, eh? Gary, you're off in England somewhere, but it's great to have you. I'm sure you watched the game, with as much trepidation as we did.
Yes.
So, what's the verdict?
The Black Stars did a number on me because, prior to the tournament and the game, in all my previews, I have been very, very cautious in saying that even if we advance to the next round, it will be an achievement based on our recent performances and recent history in the African Cup. And then the game is about to start. I hear the national anthem, and this national anthem that will kill all of us one day in a good way. You understand? The national anthem that stirs so much, and I felt like, oh yes, and forevermore. And I feel like we are going to win 3-0. You see what Ghana does to all of us. But Kojo, I think first of all, as I have consistently said, I cannot reconcile the Chris Hughton we thought we had with the Chris Hughton we have, because a lot of the things, Kojo, I believe boiled down to the taking of instructions. It is mind-boggling to me and I think that, I mean, everybody on this discussion will attest to it, that the way our players can take instructions for simple things at club level, they are unable to do that in the national team. For me, we can mention names of individual players, but that is what stands out for me. You know, some of our key players are able to, if you watch them at the club level, the kind of passing they pass, their body movement, they are running into spaces, the simple things that we expect that, that is why they were chosen. In fact, that is why for most of us, we felt like we might have had certain players who were injured and so could not be part of this squad to the AFCON. But this 27 we have, they are not a bad team at all, and I've been consistent on that. How we cannot get a decent performance, and I want to underline that. You see, I don't think Ghanaians are insensitive to the fact that our national team is in transition. But, you know, they just want to see some decent commitment and football. We are not getting. And that is why I say that it is a Chris Hughton problem. Indeed, when you listen to his post-match and you listen to the voices played by Fentuo this morning, they are in your cue box. And so you might want to play them. Richard Ofuri, the goalkeeper, is blaming his colleagues. It is incredible. It doesn't happen at this level. You know, because Kojo, you know that at this level, you watch some football, players will typically all take the blame for it. That is the way it works.
Yeah.
But Alexander Jiku, if you play his cue, you will listen. You will hear. Alexander Jiku is blaming the lack of aggression. Fentuo, please, who was it again? Whose voice again did you play?
Yes, in fact, it was Jiku and Dennis Odoi. Both of them used the exact same
Dennis
words.
Odoi blamed the lack of aggression. And you know, Kojo, when players at this level say that, it is a very nice way in English of saying that we are not being coached properly. That's it. That is it.
Well, listen.
That is it.
We're gonna take. You know,
I had not seen the cues, Kojo. Let me just. I had not heard the voices because I had not seen it. So when I listened to Sports Center this morning and I heard them say it, it was all the confirmation I needed that even the players themselves are not understanding why the team is not operating at the level they are supposed to. And that's where I'll leave it for somebody else to speak.
Yeah, that's quite an insight there, Gary. And listen, we're going to get back to this conversation. I want to hear everybody on this when we come back from these messages.
Blessing, do you know of any good medical school I can take Kofi to?
Oh, Fifi, is that why you're looking all moody? Then I have some good news for you. The College of Medicine and Allied Sciences, COMAS, Accra, Ghana, is a degree-awarding institution, and they offer Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery using the Graduate Entry Medical Programs, Bachelor of Diagnostic Imaging, and BSc Health Information Management. All these programs are accredited by GTEC. Their bilingual curriculum prepares you to consult in French.
But I'm worried about admissions.
Admissions are ongoing. Contact us on Facebook or on Instagram at info.comas or call us on 0208-456-556 or send them an email info@comas.edu.gh. COMAS, the citadel of a holistic professional medical education.
The Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority (DVLA) has introduced a new online vehicle registration process. That's right, you can now log on to online.gov.gh to start your new vehicle registration process at the comfort of your location. Then present your vehicle at any private vehicle test station with customs release documentation for verification and testing. Once that's done, you can visit any DVLA office for further vehicle inspection and biometric verification of the owner or authorized persons for your digital smart card. Yes, a smart card. No more paper documents, and it's that easy. Log on to online.gov.gh today and start your new vehicle registration process now. DVLA, your safety, our concern.
Hello, Linda. You want
what I am planning next. I want to start my postgraduate degree, buy a car, and build my dream home. But you know what's stopping me?
What's that, Mike?
Money, oh. That be my biggest wahala.
Oh, you are sorted, Kra. With a GCB Big Move personal loan promo, you can borrow up to a whopping 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours.
Like, seriously? How do I qualify?
Yes, it's available to all GCB salary account holders. Plus, you get a 2-month grace period before you start to pay back.
Suskets, I'm opening an account with GCB now.
Get a personal loan of up to 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours. Call 0800-422-422 or visit your nearest GCB branch today to fund your next big move as we celebrate 70 years of greatness. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
GoTV is stepping up your entertainment from the 15th of January at no extra cost to you. If you are on GoTV Value, upgrade to GoTV Plus to watch GoTV Max. Already on GoTV Plus, upgrade to GoTV Max to enjoy GoTV Super. And if you are on GoTV Max, upgrade to GoTV Super to enjoy the best of the best on GoTV Super Plus. Don't wait. Step up your entertainment today. It's on us. GoTV. Love it. T's and C's apply.
National Health Insurance.
Great news! The National Health Insurance Scheme (NHIS) has waived the waiting period for all members aged 70 years and above. All 70 years and above are also exempted from paying a premium. Enrollments and renewal are absolutely free on the NHIS. Members who are 70 years and above can automatically access healthcare when they newly register with the NHIS or renew their membership annually. You are no longer required to serve the 1-month waiting period for late renewals. Dad, mom, grandpa, and grandma, let your old age be filled with good health and access instant healthcare at zero cost on the NHIS today. Download the My NHIS mobile app to register with your Ghana card or visit the nearest NHIS office. Terms and conditions apply. For details, contact the NHIS call center on 054-444-6447 or 0302-746-447. NHIS, your access to quality healthcare. This message is brought to you by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
We conceded 2 bad goals. From our point of view, Cape Verde started better than what we did, but then I think we grew into a good game. At one stage, once we scored the goal in the second half, I thought we were very much on the front foot and looking that perhaps we could score a second goal. But you can't concede the type of goal that we did in the last moments of the game. If you ask me what I say to the Ghanaians is exactly what I'll say to anybody. We are incredibly, hugely disappointed with the result. And I know this group of players also know how our public, the Ghanaian people, see this game, see this tournament, and our expectations going into this one. And it's one that says it's a defeat that we're hugely disappointed with.
We lack a lot of experience, and I know you can't say anything, but at the end of the day, if you look at the squad that we have, more than 10 is the first AFCON. Yeah. More than 10 is the first AFCON. So this type of mistakes will happen, and we need to learn quick, because the AFCON is not waiting for anyone, and it's not easy. It's hard, but we're men, and we need to stand up and face the reality.
We need to do more. We need to do more aggressive. We need to play more. We need to create more chance, and we need to score also. So we have another game, second game, and we need to win.
Yeah, first half we were off it. I think the lines were too far apart. They could always find the guy in between the lines, and that was hard for us to put the pressure. I think we need to be more aggressive in our pressure as a group, as a whole, and then we can play further away from our goal. But now there was too much space between the lines. No, really. I mean, the tournament is always pressure on us. I mean, we're playing for a country where everybody's expecting us to win every game that we play. So each game that we go in the same pressure, the same hunger and everything. Yeah, sometimes I appreciate that way because the ball was bouncing in front of me, and then the ball was going far away from me also. So I need to stretch and then just direct the ball to the side. But unfortunately, my players were not there to block. So it happens in the game, and then we need to just concentrate and then focus on the second game. That's the most important.
I'm sad from the result and not sad from the capacity for play, because no one player miss goal because wanted. No one player miss one goal because won't miss the goal. He want to score, but in the pitch is worse or is difficult, not like in the bank or in the other place. We need to improve our finishing. Even if sports don't improve, but come the good luck or more good luck or more luck.
Yeah. Just a little bit of the tragic story of the Black Stars from last night. Keep your text messages coming through as we have this discussion. We'll share a few of them shortly. Text messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by GCB Bank PLC. GCB Personal Loan. Make that big move and dream a reality.
Now, GCB, is your biggest and largest bank in Ghana, and they are offering GCB salaried account holders personal loans in less than 24 hours to fund your next big move with GCB's Big Move Personal Loan promo. You can access up to a whopping $400,000 at a significantly reduced interest rate with a 2-month repayment grace period to meet your urgent financial obligations with a smile. It's time to make that big move, be it for educational fee payment, buying a car, or building your dream home. GCB makes these dreams a reality and life easier for its customers. So let GCB lend you the needed support to make that big move to take care of those urgent personal needs. Visit any GCB branch or call 0800 422 for further inquiries. Terms and conditions apply. GCB, your bank for life.
And Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience, which means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com, and they will arrange delivery to your homes and office within a reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And don't forget to put on your list of things to cheer you up this year, no matter how the Black Stars perform. A trip to Safari Valley Eco Park, okay? Go and enjoy the harmonious cohabitation of forest, water, humans, and wildlife. Talking zebra, sable antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian mara, and so many others, okay? Anyone can come and enjoy this from 250 Ghana cedis onwards. It's free if you're 6 years or younger. And of course, this place is only an hour outside Accra. They are open from 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. each day. Go to Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family today for the thrill of a lifetime. For more information, go to safarivalleyresort.com. Check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call 059 691 4394. All right, now let's get a quick update from Muftau on the mood in camp following yesterday's result. Do we still have Muftau on Zoom? Okay, we're working to reconnect with Muftau on Zoom. But Winston, the analysis all seems to be pointing in one direction. It seems that everybody agrees with you that this one was a coaching problem.
And Gojo, we are privileged to have Christopher Nimley, who's a coach and a sports analyst. So since it's a coaching problem, let's start from the coach. Let the coach tell us what he makes of his colleague coach, Chris Hughton.
Yeah, Christopher, good morning. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you too for having me.
All right, we're happy to hear your take on the coach.
Yeah, without a doubt. I want to say a very good morning to every Ghanaian listening to Joy FM this morning. The problem of the Black Stars fundamentally has been coaching. Coaching in such a way that tactically, not only Chris Hughton, but the entire technical team, they've proven not to be up to the task. From the players they've selected into the national team, I've got serious issues with that. Everybody know my stand on the matter, because I don't see why we should go to a major tournament like this without some of our best players. Because every country out there in Cote d'Ivoire, back for injury, have presented their strongest force. I don't think the Black Stars of Ghana is at full strength at that tournament, and it has to do with the coaches not being up to the work and the people at the Ghana Football Association not swallowing and putting aside their egos and allow this country to benefit from its own natural resources that God has given to it in terms of the quality players that were dropped or that were not given a look in. Now, when you go back to what happened yesterday, from the very beginning of the game, the team sheet, the selection, it had serious coaching issues. Number one, I have already said that there should be no reason why Richard Ofori should be in goal. He was at fault for the first goal. He was to some extent at fault for that second goal again. Because this is a goalkeeper who has not been active for the past 2 years. Anytime he's been in goal, he's been in goal at the national level. And that cannot be the case. He needs to merit the position in the team. He's not playing regularly at club level, and therefore he's very rusty. A goalkeeper who doesn't believe that he can always make one save on any ball that comes to him is problematic. Now, if you look at that choice of Richard Ofori, problem number one, I think it should have been Lawrence Atizigi, because Ati has been consistent, both at national level and at club level. Again, the coaches have disappointed us there. My second point, if you've got a player severally and you've never seen the need to use him in a competitive game, the only time we've seen him play is in friendly games. How then do you ask that player to go and fill the shoe of your star man? I'm referring to Ransford Yeboah Konindafa. There was no way he should have started the game yesterday. Now, if you want to give the coaches the benefit of the doubt, if you're going to start him, you play him where he's most comfortable. Because that is the least you can do for his confidence. He's not been playing in a competitive game with the team. So when you are going to play him, put him where he understands the role. Then you would have done something, at least you would have given him a foundation to build upon. Again, the technical team did not do that. Look, I've always said, for me, I'm tired. I'm tired of this Jordan Ayew, striker, most dribble, what it comes down to zero. In a tournament like this, how can you be asking the player to play on the wings when he's not got genuine pace? Look, nobody can tell me, no matter how the evolvement of football or the extent to which football has evolved, one of the basic attributes, I repeat, one of the basic attributes of a winger or of wide players is their speed. They don't compromise on that. I've always said that Jordan Ayew lacks genuine pace to go past any fullback. He will not go past any fullback. Juxtapose it alongside that of Joseph Pencil on the opposite flank. Pencil, by far, in that first half, by far until his substitution, was one of our best attacking players. Because he's a natural winger, when he picks up the ball, he runs at the fullback, take him on a 1v1 situation, and go past him with ease. And most of our decent chances came from that side of the field. Now, I don't understand why our coaches cannot see this basic attribute of who a winger is. Because Jordan Ayew, in my view, has got the quality to play as a number 9 or to play behind the main striker. What Doffa was doing there, Jordan could have been used there, and a typical winger like Osman Bukari or Enes Nyoma could have given us enough width. Because yesterday, our left back, Gideon Mensah, virtually struggled defensively. He couldn't handle the pacey, very skillful, silky winger of the Cape Verde team. So Gideon needed to focus fundamentally on his defensive duty. But because Jordan will not go to the byline, he always looked to cut onto his right foot and all that, even that without any genuine face. Anytime we had proper weight from the left, it took Gideon Mensah to give us that weight to put in the crosses. And his recovery was very soft because the Cape Verde saw that side of the field was very, very a good side for them. So where he goes, by the time they recover the ball, they attack us directly from that side, thereby drawing our two centre-backs out of position. That is coaching. Again, look, the midfielder, I've forgotten his name, the one who played at the DM yesterday. Oh. Where's him? Could you please remind me of his name? Baba Idrisu. Oh, my goodness. I have never seen a DM who cannot pass the ball. Fundamentally, look, my brother, there are attributes to every department in the game. And some of these attributes are basic. For every footballer, for every DM, fundamentally, you pick the ball from your goalkeeper or you pick the ball from your centre-back, and you should be able to pass the ball. Baba Idrisu cannot pass the ball forward. And that is taking away a lot from our game in our transitional play. Anytime he goes vertical, he gives the ball away. Yesterday, we paired him with Ashimero. Ashimero, beautiful going forward, but defensively, very, very poor. Because at the end of the day, what Ashimero couldn't do yesterday was to isolate Baba Idrisu with the guys in the midfield. That would have meant that we would have punished who would have been punished. So tactically again, Ransford, who was playing as the number 10, our coaches should have seen. Masawu Didi Dramani should have seen. George Boateng should have seen. Chris Hughton should have seen. We've got a video analyst there. Didn't they see that? We were being outnumbered in midfield, and therefore Ransford should have dropped a bit deeper when we are not in possession of the ball to supplement or to complement the gap between Baba Idrisu, Ashimero, and himself. So that would be a bit compact there. Because, look, I believe that in the game of football, the team that is in possession of the ball is the most vulnerable defensively. That is why when you watch Man City, when you watch Liverpool, when they lose the ball high up the pitch, they do everything tactically and practically possible to stop the game from being transited into their half because they know that defensively they are out of shape. We could have drawn it and lured them onto ourselves and punished them. That was how come we defeated them in 2013. They were the better team in possession of the ball. But we had Wakaso, we had Asamoah, we had the late Christian Achu, Andre Ayew. At the time he was not in that competition. So you ask yourself, with all the technical men we've got there, are they not seeing the basic things? Maybe my last point, and I give somebody else the chance to talk. I was of the view that if we don't define a role for our captain, we would have made the worst decision ever by taking the day to this tournament. I believe sincerely that the World Cup should have been his last tournament. He's been around for 17 years. He's given us quality services. We've rewarded him as a country. But when your time is due, your time is due. That change to introduce the day into the game, I couldn't believe it. Go back and watch the clip. Before the tactical switch was made, we saw our three coaches standing together and jaw-jawing, agreeing to disagree. And when they eventually agreed, that was what they could see. Goodness me. To bring the day into that number 10 role, to slow down our play, to prevent us from going forward. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. For once, if the technical team are honest and sincere, we lost the game from the bench. The selection, the in-coaching management of the game, and the substitution were all not spot on. How could you keep Osman Bukhari, one of our genuine threat of goals and creativity and genuine pace on the wings? But the moment we considered the second goal, you now saw the need to pull out Jordan and give Osman Bukhari 2 minutes, virtually 2 or 3 minutes, to go and impact the game. The substitution was there. It was obvious to have been made. At least with about 18, 20 minutes to the end of the game, I would have taken off Jordan Ayew, because at that moment, we needed proper pace into the game. So once Ernest Nyama had come in for Joseph Pencil, Osman Bukhari would have been doing the same on the left-hand side.
Coach, that's some deep analysis, and we appreciate your perspective there, your tactical perspective. I want to bring in Daniel, because there was something you had wanted to say about the coach before the break. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely brilliant from Coach Christopher Nimley. Look, even with the selection, okay, and Coach touched on it a bit, the role that was given to Koningsdorfer, I think he was set up to fill. Not necessarily him playing as the number 10, but how they asked him to play it. Because when we were defending from the front, when we were pressing from the front, he went to join Semenyo in a 4-4-2. And the gap between Semenyo and Koningsdorfer was so huge. And I'm sure in one of the voices you played, one of the players said there was too much space in between the lines, which allowed the opposition to capitalize on. When you are pressing from a front two, the next batch of players, the middle block, must also follow and close that gap. Because every attacking coach, every coach, when he's training his team, tries to create patterns that will force the opposition to create spaces in between the lines. That is how everybody punishes teams. So if you, from the off, just allow them and give them that freedom by allowing your front two to go forward and press and leaving the middle block stationed in the middle zone, allowing all that space, then the press is basically useless. And after the front two were bypassed, that huge space was occupied by only Koningsdorfer. So even on the break, when he picks up the ball, he was too isolated. And you see, even if you put a specialist number 10 there, that specialist number 10 will struggle. Because what he meant is that he has to turn and take on about 3 or 4 players before he'll be able to find the teammates. So structurally, we were poor. Then another player who was also set up from the off, Baba Idrisu, got a very early yellow card. And from then, he started playing very safe, because no sensible player will want to rush into and show a little bit of or a spike of a passion and then end up being sent off. From that moment, he should have been taken off, because his lax attitude on the pitch, which for me I understood because he was on a yellow card, impacted Ashimeru on the day. So as a proactive coach, you take him off, bring in Salis, who is fresh, who can also do the defensive job, and then you revert back to normal in what you were doing. And then the third one also, I understand why certain players were selected on the day, but the game is played in phases. Football is played in phases. The way the game ended isn't the way it started. So when you start a player like Jordan Ayew, up until the point where Jiku scored the goal, he had created the most chances, he was doing really well. But at that point, and I mentioned it earlier, at that point, Ghana had momentum. There was a certain intensity in the game that we needed to continue, because that is what was upsetting the Cape Verdeans. On the right-hand side, Pinsel's pace was terrorizing them. Semenyo's pace, when he switched to Jordan, went onto the wings, Jordan went into the center. Semenyo on the left-hand side was terrorizing them. In fact, if everybody remembers, when we drew it at 1-1, we had one big chance to go forward 2-1. When Semenyo went on the left-hand side, took on 2-3 players, crossed it to Joseph Pinsel, who missed on the far post. That was a very good opportunity. Now, straight after that chance is missed, then I really don't understand how the coach literally takes the 2 players who were involved in creating the best opportunity for Ghana on the day and then replaces them with players who come and slow it down. Look, if Dede was to come on, if it was very important for Dede to come on, and you see at 1-1, when you look at your bench, you look at somebody who can come and nick a goal, there are 2 things. It's either you are sticking Dede up top and taking Jordan off to bring more pace, attack through the wings, and swing in as many balls as possible for Dede to attack. Because if you guys remember, on game plan, we mentioned that Quebec's throughout their qualifying period, from the World Cup qualifiers up until the AFCON qualifiers, they have struggled with dealing in crosses. Now think about it yesterday. In the first half, the sequence that led to Ashimero's goal, the one that Koningsdorfer hit the post, it came from a cross. The goal we scored, it came from a cross. Semenyo swinging it across the face of the goal to Pencil. It came from a cross. Most of our very good chances came from crosses. So we were right when we did our homework with Cape Verde. They struggle with crosses. Now, if you have somebody who is as good as Dede in the box, why would you bring him on and keep him in and around the box, but not in the box? And then keep Jordan on, and then it just sucked the life out of the team. And not because they are bad players, but the timing of the substitution, not reading what the game needed and applying the right players to effect it. That is where the coaching let us down. Because look, as Gary said earlier on, you can talk what you want about the squad, but this squad of players, yes, we are missing some of our best players, but they have the quality to be able to effect certain games if the coaching is right. They actually have the quality. You look on the bench and there was Bukari. At the point, if Bukari came on, he could easily have effected the game. And another thing I didn't understand, when he brought on Newama, and this is a very telling observation, everybody should just take a listen to this. When he brought on Newama, for the first 5 minutes of Newama's involvement in the game, he was playing on the left-hand side. Jordan had been switched to the right. And Newama was terrorizing the right back of Cape Verde, only for him to be switched to the right-hand side. Now, what that happens is that when you're a left-footed player, when you're playing inverted wingers, okay, and you need to inject some pace into the game, once you go past your man, you are taking an extra 1 or 2 seconds by bringing the ball back onto your favorite foot before you can effect a cross. The reason why we're having a lot of luck down the right-hand side with Joseph Kinsey when he was on the pitch, and the 5 minutes that Niyama played on the left-hand side as a left footer, was because once they go past their man, they can hit a cross because they are already on their favorite foot. And that was working. So the way we reverted back to inverted wingers was, up to now, I still don't understand why we did that. Because once it happened, I just knew that, no, this thing wasn't going to work.
And there are many who agree with you, Daniel. Thank you so much for that. I'm sorry, we have to wrap this thing up. Time is not on our side. Big thanks to Gary L. Smith, Daniel Amwating, Fentuo Tahiru Fentuo, who's here. Pardon? Daniel Cranting.
Hey.
Who is Daniel Amwating?
Ask yourself.
The boys have confused me. They have confused me. Daniel Cranting, of course, Fentuo Tahiru Fentuo, and Muftau Nabila Abdullah, who is right there in Ivory Coast for us. And of course, we heard analysis from Christopher Nimley. We're very grateful to him too. Charlie,
Ojo, you want a start that will blow your mind? This is a start that will blow your mind. In Ghana's last 10 AFCON matches, the Black Stars have won 1 match. That is how badly the Ghana has fallen off. In AFCON, 10, it means that, and those 10 matches we're talking about come across
since 2017.
4 AFCON tournaments. So we've just been going to the tournaments. One victory.
We've only won 1 game.
Yes, and that 1 game was the last group game of AFCON 2019.
It's okay. Stop. Please call us, okay? 0302-216-541, 055-111-997. Let's take a few calls. I'd love to hear what you think about what happened yesterday. 0302-216-541, 055-111-997. While we're waiting for that first call, a quick happy birthday to John Bintum Rule of Republic Investment and Vice President of Rut Mix Company Limited, wishing you a year full of bliss and blessings. Enjoy your day. This is from your sweetheart and the entire family. All right, Nana is on the line from Spintex. Nana, good morning.
Good morning.
Talk to us yesterday.
It baffles me. Chris Hughton, does he have a coaching badge? Because this is serious. I mean, listening to Chris Nimley's elaboration on the game, you can see that even a layman can see all the tactical deficiencies in the game yesterday. I don't know if Chris Hughton really has a badge, and what is his role in for coaching Ghana. I just don't get it. It's totally absurd. Yesterday's game was so easy for us to win with all the quality we had. We had players sitting on the bench, Osman Bukari, Nyama, who were natural wingers who could have just gone on to put in crosses, and we would have won this game easily. Even when we...
Oh, seems we've lost Nana there. Let's talk to Daddy Seth at Nungwa. Daddy Seth, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Give us your verdict in some 30 seconds, please.
I have just 2 questions for the coach. I want to know if he has some covenant with Dede or probably Odiomukana. Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy Seth from Nungwa. Techi is in Kaswa. Techi, good morning.
Yeah, I think we should stop investing so much in the top of football. You know, we have to go to the local teams, to the House of Folk, Kotoko. Whenever they rise, that's when the Black Star will rise. Because I remember somewhere in the early 2000s when House of Folk and Kotoko were playing at the Confederation Cup final. That was when we were getting, quality players into the Black Stars, Samuel Jan and all that. I remember as a child, I used to listen to I think it was Kinafama Premier League. And a guy like Samuel Jan will be playing for Liberty. You hear that he's scoring goals, he's dribbling here and there. Liberty wasn't a fancy team, but you could see that the quality of the league was high. Now it's very low, so you can't get players from there. Once you can't get players from there, all these guys, bogus, you can't do much with them.
Thank you for sharing, Techi. All right, let's go to Abekan La Paz. Hello, Richard. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Coach. Thanks for the opportunity.
30 seconds, please.
My difficulty is with why the coach decided to weaken us when we were directly with the momentum, okay? Because I felt at 1-1, we could easily have, gone 2-1 up. Because our pacey wingers kept doing the job, and all of a sudden I saw 3 players lined up around the 60th minute to come on, and I was like, what was happening here? Because I saw Iñaki, I saw Dede, I saw these other guys who I felt weren't necessarily the fastest. And overall, I think that was a poor tactical decision. And whether the coach was projecting our opponent's interest above ours, I do not know. Because it left us having to defend or be defensive for the rest of the game, eventually leading to the concession of the goal. And it all doesn't make sense to me. The coach has questions to answer for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Richard. All right, we have time for one last caller. This is Bismarck in Tema. Bismarck, 30 seconds. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo. Hello?
Yes, we're here.
Yeah, this is Bismarck. Kojo, if the people, they say that first our sports don't do the right thing, we will never, ever succeed in this country. Not football alone. And see the money the government come, government go, see the money they are invested on this blaster. They are not bringing anything. And look at our hospitals. And look at the country. Every day blaster, and they are not doing the right thing. Knowing very well that the coach knows good, they will bring the coach. They know very well that the tanker director they brought him for Azerbaijan or whatever they call is no good. They will bring him. And at the end of the day, nothing happens in this country. And you allow people, they will talk, nothing. They have to forget about this blaster and use the money for a better thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you who called us. We appreciate your inputs. This matter.
Morning Show.
Are you looking for a university that will prepare you for the challenges of tomorrow? Look no further than Academic City University College. With a focus on innovation and experiential learning, you'll get hands-on experience in your field. Our world-class faculty will guide you every step of the way. And our collaborative approach to learning will prepare you for success in today's global economy. So if you are ready to make your mark on the world, Academic City University College is here to help you succeed. Apply now at our website www.act.edu.gh or call us on 059 403 0308. Academic City University College, educating future-ready leaders.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
GoTV is stepping up your entertainment from the 15th of January at no extra cost to you. If you are on GoTV Value, upgrade to GoTV Plus to watch GoTV Max. Already on GoTV Plus, upgrade to GoTV Max to enjoy GoTV Super. And if you are on GoTV Max, upgrade to GoTV Super to enjoy the best of the best on GoTV Super Plus. Don't wait. Step up your entertainment today. It's on us. GoTV. Love it. T's and C's apply.
Are you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2024 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
There is something that drives you. The very thought of it fuels you. And even when the road gets rocky, you keep going, just to get the results that matter. It could be about you. It could be the lives you touch. It could be about someone special or something dear to your heart. Such results leave a sweet lingering smile, a sense of fulfillment. That's why you work till late, yet rise with the sun. Yes, your drive knows no limit. Do it with Stanbic Bank, where we spur you on to get the results that matter.
Attention aspiring minds and future leaders. Get ready for the University Challenge, a showcase of brilliance and innovation. 10 universities, 10 diverse topics, and a chance to win 1 million Ghana cedis. Each university presents a unique project, pushing the boundaries of creativity and knowledge. This televised competition celebrates intellect, teamwork, and the power to transform ideas into reality. The future of innovation and the chance to witness brilliant young minds showcasing their skills, teamwork, and ability to turn dreams into tangible solutions to solve real-world problems. Stay tuned for more details and get ready to be inspired. For more details, visit newafricafoundation.org or call 0532 383 737.
Action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Yes, it is, and you're very welcome back to it. It's 9:37, and our friends are here. Let me tell you why. You've noticed that we've been talking about Crystal Ball 2024, right? An attempt to look into the crystal ball to help you figure out how to maximize your business potential, especially across Africa in the coming year. Well, the people behind it are here with us. They are our very own friends from AB and David Africa. Na Ayele Kome is their coordinator for public advisory and government business practice, and Pauline Anaman is coordinator for sustainability and green transition practice. So good morning to you both.
Good morning, Preju. Thank you for having us.
All right, okay, so Crystal Ball Africa. I mean, maybe you can tell us a little bit about this event, what it is. Is this the first time you're doing it?
No, it's not. And first of all, good morning to your listeners as well, and a very happy new year to you all from AB and David Africa. Crystal Ball Africa is an annual business event. It's essentially provides a platform to have a key look at the issues that would impact businesses in Africa in the course of the year. So we've been organizing it at AB and David Africa for quite some time now. This year in particular, we're also looking at policymakers, attendance by policymakers and people who are generally responsible for creating enabling environments for businesses in Africa to come and interact with business owners or people who are looking to do business in Africa. So that's what Crystal Ball Africa is all about.
Yes, and it's been 10 years now since we started organizing. The first was in 2015, so this is our 10th edition. And the theme for this year is one continent, one market, growing businesses beyond borders, with the AFTA in place and countries implementing. And one of our ambitions for this year is to support businesses to go beyond borders, go beyond Ghana, go beyond Nigeria, go beyond their countries. Yeah.
So I'm curious, I mean, AB and David is a law firm, right? Why is a law firm organizing an event for businesses? Or are you, business consultants as well?
Not at all, not at all. But then again, we advise a lot of businesses from across the world. And we believe it's part of our responsibility to make them aware of some of the things that would impact your businesses in the coming year. So it's actually second nature to us at AB and David Africa to help Africa businesses.
If you just joined us, we're talking to Ayele Kome and Pauline Anaman from AB and David. They're giving us all the tea on the Crystal Ball 2024. You really should be interested in this. It's a very important business engagement and interaction event. Okay, so who are you targeting with this? Who can attend?
Yes, so it is a business event. So obviously we're looking at business owners, particularly both small and large scale, obviously. And once you're looking at going beyond Ghana and into Africa, Crystal Ball Africa is the place to be. We're also looking at professionals from across the globe. We're looking at policymakers, like I mentioned earlier. But then again, if you're a small scale business in Ghana and you're saying that, okay, I just want to stick to Ghana, I'm not looking at Africa. Or you're a professional like me, you're a lawyer, you're an accountant, you're providing some service that helps businesses, and you're saying that I'm in Ghana, I'm okay in Ghana, you still need to be at Crystal Ball Africa. And I'll tell you why. It's because given the advent of the free continental trade area, your market is no longer just Ghana, whether we like it or not. And your market is no longer just Ghana. You're moving beyond Ghana into Africa, whether you like it or not. And professionals in other parts of Africa are looking to take advantage of the AFTA. Business owners from across the world as well are looking forward to taking advantage of it. So you would want to position yourself strategically to take advantage of Africa, the AFTA. You would also want to be aware of how decisions made by these other business entities can impact on your small scale business here in Ghana. You would want to equip yourself with a network of like-minded business owners. So even if you're saying you have a small business in Ghana, you want to stay here, you need to be at Crystal Ball Africa for all of these reasons.
I was going to ask you why you're also inviting professionals from around the world, but I think you've kind of explained it.
Yeah, and to add to that, our law firm is a Pan-African business law firm located in 6 African countries, including Ghana. And we have also a network of firms that we work with across 30 countries out of the 55 in Africa. So we have people coming from all these places, and as we know, the AFTA is for Africa, so we have all these people coming, and it will be good for businesses in Ghana to come along and network, form partnerships, and expand. Yeah.
I remember one of you mentioning exhibitors. So, like, what sort of things would be on exhibition? What can people get at the Crystal Ball 2024?
We are providing a platform for people who also want to market their products or services. There are no limits on the products that you can market, and we can provide more information if you want to be an exhibitor at a number that would mention at the end of this interview. You can also go to a dedicated website we have put together especially for Crystal Ball Africa, and that's www.crystalballafrica.com. crystalballafrica.com. You can go there.
All right. Well, AB and David are telling us all about the Crystal Ball Africa 2024 event. Nayeli Kome is their coordinator for public advisory and government business practice, while Pauline Anaman coordinates sustainability and green transition practice. So let's talk about the day itself. I mean, how do people attend? Is there like a process to register?
Yes, we have a registration process. Again, at the website, crystalballafrica.com. You can go there if you would like to register. We encourage everyone to register before you come. Like Pauline mentioned, it's our 10th edition. It's bigger than we've ever done. We are looking at professionals from all over the world coming, so we want to give them the best experience possible. We want to know the numbers so we can plan adequately for everyone. So we'd encourage you to go to crystalballafrica.com to register before you come. Alternatively, if for some reason you're unable to access the website, you can also call a number. We have a dedicated stakeholders relations officer by the name of Grace. Her number is 050-9411-336. That's 050-9411-336. Call Grace at this number to register.
All right. Well, I picture, lots of exhibitors and some really insightful panel discussions.
Yeah.
What else can attendees expect?
So, apart from the panel sessions, which are really interesting, because, for example, we'll be talking about the Guided Trade Initiative, which has expanded from 7 countries to over 30 countries, and we want to support businesses to see how they can take advantage of that. That's one of the topics. But apart from the topics, there are a number of things attendees can expect. One of them is something we have been doing with a partner called Confidant, and Confidant looks into data to inform businesses about trends and where to invest in. So this year, Confidant will be at Crystal Ball to talk about the business trends to look out for in 2024. There's also a research we've been doing with Confidant, which is about carbon market, looking at how African businesses can raise alternative financing from carbon markets, which is a new or relatively new concept in Africa, would expose our audience to that as well. And then we have our partners from Brussels and also partners on the EU negative emissions project, who will be talking about a new law that has been passed by EU Parliament, which would affect exports from Africa to the EU. Yeah, so the carbon border adjustment mechanism is one such law. We'll be delving deeper into that law to see how it affects businesses and what businesses can do to navigate the risk associated with it. And more importantly, we have the Crystal Ball itself. So the Crystal Ball Africa is modeled after the last event of the day, where our senior partner David Ofosudote looks into the crystal ball to predict what will happen in the year. And the interesting thing is that much of his predictions come true. Last year, he predicted that BYD would overtake Tesla. It happened. He also predicted that BRICS, the UAE would join BRICS. It happened. And in previous years, whatever he has said has come to pass. So it will be of interest to these stakeholders we've mentioned are supposed to be there to attend and know what is going to happen in the year. So these are but a few of the amazing things that will happen beyond the panel discussions.
Fantastic. I can't wait. Okay, let's wrap with this. All the necessary details, the venue, the time, the place, and of course that phone number that people can call if they want to exhibit.
So the date is 18th January 2024. That's this Thursday, actually. This Thursday. The venue is the Labadi Beach Hotel. The time is 9 a.m. The number you can call to register, whether as an exhibitor or a participant, is Grace at 050 9411 336. That's 050 9411 336. So call ahead of time to register, like I mentioned earlier, and just come over with open to ideas. You would learn a lot. I personally have learned a lot. Even if you're not doing business yet, but you want to understand the business landscape in Ghana and Africa, Crystal Ball Africa 2024 is the place to be.
Absolutely. All right, listen, I want to say a big thank you to both of you for coming to get us all excited about Crystal Ball. Now, Ayele Kome and Pauline Anneman, both of them coordinators with AB and David. Ayele takes care of public advisory and government business practice, while Pauline handles sustainability and green transition practice. You'll find them both at the Crystal Ball Africa 2024 event. So that's two more reasons to be there.
Absolutely.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you for having us. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. There's more to come on the show. Stay where you are. We'll be back after these.
Amonfwe! And you're normally Adolfo. Electroland Ghana Limited has done it again. It's the up to 70% discount bazaar. A simple cry. From the 27th to the 29th of January, rush to Electroland's Pintex branch for amazing deals on your favorite Samsung, NASCO, Media, TCL, and Homeland of up to 70% off. You heard it here, up to 70%. It may be brand new, slightly used, have minor dents and scratches, or repaired. We are first come, first serve. For further inquiries, call 0503 153 739. Terms and conditions apply.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
GoTV is stepping up your entertainment from the 15th of January at no extra cost to you. If you are on GoTV Value, upgrade to GoTV Plus to watch GoTV Max. Already on GoTV Plus, upgrade to GoTV Max to enjoy GoTV Super. And if you are on GoTV Max, upgrade to GoTV Super to enjoy the best of the best on GoTV Super Plus. Don't wait. Step up your entertainment today. It's on us. GoTV. Love it. T's and C's apply.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
So many reasons where I want you for you, my love. Now you want to retire with my love. See all the little good things.
customers for your products and services throughout Africa. If you want to deal with the key issues that will make your business succeed or fail in 2024, if you want to be aware of the major threats to your business in Africa in 2024, then listen, don't be caught off guard. Join attendees from all over Africa and the rest of the world at Crystal Ball Africa 2024 to get the most insights, while, of course, networking. The theme this year is One Continent, One Market, Growing Businesses Beyond Borders. It's on January 18, 2024 from 9 a.m. at Labadi Beach Hotel here in Accra. You can register at crystalballafrica.com. Don't miss this opportunity. Media partners are Joy FM, Joy News, Joy Prime, and Joy Business.
So, we all have those days when you are low on everything, energy, time, cash, and even airtime and data. Well, that's why MTN Extra Time is an airtime and data advanced service that allows you to make calls or browse the internet even when you have an insufficient balance. All you have to do is dial star 506 hash, star 506 hash, go through the prompts and select the amount of airtime or data you need. It's more than simple. Doing your favorite things on MTN means you don't get interrupted even when you're low on airtime or data. Please remember, terms and conditions do apply.
Now, what if I told you that 10 Ghana Cedis can get you free concert tickets, and since you are suffering from Ghana's defeat, and shopping vouchers worth up to 500 Cedis to shop at Melcom or get some buckets of juicy chicken at KFC every week? Here's what to do. Just take 10 Ghana Cedis or more in the Game Pack Games Pick 1 or Pick 4 lottery to be entered into a weekly Saturday raffle for a chance to win big. Regardless of the outcome of your stake, you can still win a voucher for yourself. Vouchers are limited, so play more to increase your chances. And remember to watch the Saturday promo draw on Adum TV at 6 p.m. Dial 9 fresh. Start with star 946 hash. Star 946 hash, or visit the website gamepackgames.com to play now. Terms and conditions apply. Game Pack Games, more moolah, more power.
More power indeed. Now, the second edition of the highly anticipated Africa Prosperity Dialogues is just a few days away now. Africa Prosperity Dialogues 2024 is the event at which Africa's political and business leaders meet to take actionable and bankable decisions towards building an African single market. Africa Prosperity Dialogues will take place from the 25th until the 27th of January 2024 and at the Pidiasi Presidential Lodge in Abri Hills in the Eastern region. Now, in the presence of several African heads of state and top business leaders, 10 exceptional Africans and global Africans will receive the prestigious Africa Prosperity Champions Awards for their contribution to Africa and global Africa's prosperity at the Presidential Gala Dinner on the 26th of January at the Kempinski Hotel in Accra. You can register at events.africaprosperitynetwork.com or just reach the Secretariat at protocol@africaprosperitynetwork. .network, I'll take that again. The email address, protocol@africaprosperity.network. You can also ring 053-616-7567 or 053-609-8325 if you want to speak French, okay? And you can call those numbers for more information. Africa Prosperity Dialogues 2024, delivering prosperity in Africa. Produce, add value, trade.
Oui.
Also, we need to be
sexy born.
All right, peeps. Listen, it's been a good one, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, on behalf of the team, I say thanks for listening. My name is Kojo Youngson. I'm the morning man.
My name is Winston Amwa.
Raymond Dalqua.